Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And there we go. Well then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Buffalo SportsCenter stream. I am Don. Thank you for joining me on this Tuesday evening. Tonight, the Buffalo Sabres are gonna look to bounce back against the Chicago Blackhawks. It's been a bit of a topsy-turvy month so far for Buffalo. They're 2-5 right now. They're coming off a very disappointing loss yesterday against the Florida Panthers, a fellow contender for the playoffs in the Atlantic Division. It was a bad loss, one that the Sabres cannot afford to have. And they got a rebound against the worst team in hockey tonight. This is important. They really need to get off on a good foot here because this team, they ain't good. Chicago is horrendous. This has been, so far, a good road season for Buffalo. They're 9-2 in their last 11 games on the road. It's at home where the Sabres have struggled the most consistently. And I'd like to see them continue that trend because the Sabres are in Chicago tonight. This is going to be a huge game in terms of playoffs and whether or not they have a fighting chance because now they've lost ground. They're 6 points out of a playoff spot. Penguins are sitting at 50 points. Buffalo's sitting at 44. So things are 42. Actually, it's 8 points now. They really got to get things going here, especially in the scoring. And even though they're on a recent dip right now in terms of scoring goals, they're still third in the league, but they'd like to be better. Only Boston and Edmonton are better than them right now in terms of offensive production. But it's hit a bit of a snag. Last week, they were shut out by Philly, and yesterday they only scored a single goal against the very defensively inept Florida Panthers. So, things need to change here. We got 5 people in the chat. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. It's going to be a fun game, I think, because UPL isn't starting, which means that there will be some lack of goaltending here. Let's put it like that. Lack of goaltending tonight. I didn't check who is starting for the Sabres yet. If it's Comrie, we're giving up 4 goals. If it's Comrie, we are giving up 4 goals. I've had it with this whole experiment with Eric Comrie. I'm not a fan. I was really hyped for him, but he doesn't make those good saves. Like UPL, he gives up 3 goals solid a game. That's consistent for him, but he makes those big saves, especially in like that Nashville game. Best example of that. Like he was rough for the first 2 periods, and then in the third, he just was locked down. He was locked down defensively, locked down communicationally. He was making the big saves, especially during that mad scramble where Nashville really was putting on the pressure. Upi was making those saves. Comrie just doesn't. He's not that good. So I'd like to see the Sabres really rebound here. It's going to be a tough game for them. Not really. It's Chicago. Chicago's only won 11 games all season long. They are in full tank mode for Connor Bedard. The future of Patrick Kane is not looking great for him in Chicago. Anderson's starting. Oh, good. Craig Anderson is starting. I know because I saw Upi get sent down to Rochester, even though he really didn't. But Chicago is in full Connor Bedard tank mode. They are really pushing hard for that number 1 overall pick. The rebuild is on. They are arguably worse than that 2014-15 Sabres team. So if Buffalo loses here tonight, that is embarrassing. That will be embarrassing. So Buffalo, let's not lose. You need these 2 points because on Thursday they face off against the Islanders, and that one is going to be a huge game as well. All these games this week will be huge for Buffalo because the Penguins and the Islanders have not been playing well as of late. The Sabres, unfortunately, also haven't been playing that well, and with other teams also kind of emerging from the woodworks like the Philadelphia Flyers. They've been really turning it up here. The Sabres need to get themselves going, especially the depth scoring. Against Nashville, the kid line was going. They were fast. They were energized, and that's why the Sabres won that game. Against Florida, though, it was not really anyone outside of that fourth line, especially Kyle Poso, that really seemed interested, if at all, in that game. So the Sabres will need their depth guys to keep on scoring. That depth scoring has dried up a bit as of late, so let's not see the fatigue, the rot keep going here. But what better team to get back off on the right foot than against Chicago? But they are an NHL team. You have to respect them. You can't give them too much respect, especially Taze and Kane. And you have to pepper their goalie. We'll see in a second who's going to be starting for Chicago, but they are one of the worst defensive teams in the NHL this season. Whether it be Peter Mrazek, Alex Stalock, you name it, they have been rough. There was a video a couple weeks ago of Petr Cech, the former Arsenal legend goalkeeper, making a few saves in Chicago Blackhawks practice. Maybe they need him because they've really struggled to make a save. But we got 6 people in the chat, guys. Make sure if you are new to hit the like button and subscribe. It was a rough channel for a week for the channel. We lost 5 subscribers steadily, painfully. So if we can make up that lost ground, that'd be phenomenal. But it's been a little bit rough in terms of uploading. I really try, but since this isn't my full-time job, I have other responsibilities, other sources of income. I got to do that. And sometimes, like this past week, YouTube has taken a step back. So for that, I apologize. I really want to go back to having a consistent upload schedule. It's just, I don't have time. Recently, I've just been totally swamped. It's annoying because I love doing this channel, and it's, I've hit patches like this before where I don't feel like I have any time to do anything creative with this. So I'd like to do something a little bit more now. I'd like to make a couple more videos, but it's just been really tough on time here, really tough. So hopefully I can get better at that because I know you guys deserve it. And I really want to be exciting, be consistent again. So for that, I apologize. But watching the national anthem, Jim Corneliuson, he's good. At least they play in a real NHL arena, lol. Yeah, Chicago does. Nothing bad against Buffalo. I went to a couple games, 2 games over the last 2 weeks, and the Sabres arena outside of the scoreboard is okay. It's fine. It's still in good shape. These, people would have to point out to me what's wrong with the Sabres KeyBank Center, but to me, I don't really see any problems with it, but I don't know. All right, so here we go. Starting goalies tonight for the Chicago. It will be Peter Mrazek. He's only won 3 of 14 starts, 4.26 goals against average, 8.75 save percentage, and then for Buffalo, it will be indeed Craig Anderson. He's getting the nod. He's won 7 of 14 starts, 270 goals against average with a 9.21 save percentage, and he's got a lone shutout this year. The only shutout for the Sabres at all. So we'll have to see what happens here tonight. But the Sabres, they need 2 points. They need to get off strong, and especially away, they've been doing that. Let's see if they can continue that trend here. They'll be gearing up in the reverse retros. Blackhawks in their normal red outfits. Sabres with the reverse retro goat head jerseys there. So let's go. Here we go. Face off at center ice. Krebs leaning into it with Max Domi. Domi wins it, but they're going to say it was unfair. So they're going to redrop it. Come on, guys. Can we just drop the puck here? Can we drop the puck? Already, these linesmen are killing me. Recently, they've just been annoying the crap out of me. I don't know if anyone else has gotten that. But here we go. Sabres win the opening faceoff finally. They go through center ice. Blackhawks send it back down the other end, and they are called for an icing. No tip on that. I don't know what they're exactly doing there. But Chicago already looking pretty sloppy on the puck. So for Buffalo, they are really struggling bad here. They're 5-5 in their last 10 games. They need to slow down. The passing has been a little rough recently. So Sabres working in the Blackhawks and Krebs trying to center that pass for Girgensons. They're able to keep it down low with Okposo. Okposo spins around behind the net. He gets checked off the puck by Connor Murphy. Jake McKay, former Buffalo Sabre. He picks the puck up and gets it to Kane. Kane tries to clear. He can't get it out. Sabres keeping it in there. Owen Power with it, but he loses it, and Chicago will finally get away with it. They give it straight back to Henry Jokiharju, though, who infuriates me sometimes because his positioning just really annoying. Really annoying there, Henry. Chicago has the puck in their own end. They send it to the neutral zone and beyond. They cross the Sabres blue line, takes the quick shot. Nice save there by Anderson. He's facing off against Sam Lafferty, who last time the Sabres faced Chicago, they were playing them tight, but that was when Chicago was actually functional. Right now, they haven't been. Sabres get to the Blackhawks blue line, not much farther. They're gonna be forced to drop it back here. Dahlin skates through center ice, knocks that puck in deep. Olofsson in on the chase. And I gotta say, Olofsson, Middlestad, and Jost, they've been very good together. They have been really positive, hard forechecking. They've been one of the only lines recently to do something. Like Skinner, Thompson, Tuck have been kind of invisible. The kids line, of course, was broken up temporarily there. Quinn and Peterka not playing great. Cousins has been But tonight's a different night. Let's see if they can do something here. There's a good steal there by Thompson. Takes the shot, but it was blocked. The rebound falls to the boards. Tuck tried to keep it in there. Could not. Sabres forced to retreat back to their own blue line, and Lyubushkin picks it up now. Lyubushkin slides it across and out wide for Skinner. Skinner, he's going to look to the far near side here for Bryson. Bryson thought about walking and didn't. Drops back instead for Lyubushkin. Takes the shot quick to the net, and Mrazek makes the stop. First shot on goal tonight goes to the Buffalo Sabres. Some good play over on the boards there. Oh my God. My nose is very itchy right now. I'm not picking it. It's very itchy. But that was a good play there by Bryson. He drove the defenders back, was able to generate some space for Dahlin back at the point to get a decent shot off. Or Lyubushkin, excuse me. Speaking of Lyubushkin, he has been infuriating me recently. Sabres win another face-off. Owen Power slides it inside. He can't get the puck in deep. Middlestat can't either, and here comes Chicago on a 2-on-1 of sorts. They find an open man at the back post, but they couldn't handle it. But they keep it in, though. Phillips sends that puck towards the net, and it did not get through to Craig Anderson, and the Sabres will come back with it. Owen Power out wide to Jack Quinn. Quinn to Power. Try and get by in that blue line. They won't get themselves any space here. Finally they do, and they knock it deep into the Blackhawks zone. Mrazek sends the one around. It goes out. Owen Power has it. First period score will be 2-2. Mr. Kevin Durant. Oh my God, I'm being graced with Kevin Durant's presence. I'm so happy. Uh-oh, that looked like too many men there. Chicago fans looking for a call. They won't get it. Owen Power has it. Sends it to Oposo. Oposo down the far boards. He goes into the Hawks zone. Gets it to Phillips, who gets rocked behind the net by Krebs. He's into the lineup tonight. He was scratched the last couple of games in exchange for Rasmus Asplund. Here's Krebs in the middle of the slot trying to center that one. Sabres keep it alive for a moment, but the Blackhawks steal it and come back the other way. Here they come now. Kane centering that one for Domi. He couldn't tip it in towards the net, and the Sabres are back with it. Krebs out wide for Dahlin. Dahlin makes a move, gets by one, gets checked off the puck though by Jack Johnson. Jack Johnson does just enough to get it through the legs there and out of the zone, but Chicago loses possession. The Sabres will take it back now in their own zone with Lyubushkin. Sabres now. Bryson. Nice pass out wide. Olofsson has it. Goes into the corner. Takes a good check from Murphy. Sends it out in front. Jost with the shot. Still has it. Oh, I don't know how he didn't score. Mrazek had no idea where the puck was. But the Sabres keep it alive now. Jost to Middlestad. Middlestad down low for Jost. Also down low, Olofsson. Trade spots with Jost. He curls on the near side boards. Slides it for Middlestad. Middlestad and Jost doing some good cycling here. They get it out front for Bryson. Yeah. Bryson to Middlestad on the near boards. Middlestad. Jeez, I can't speak names. Out wide, to the point. They tip it towards the net. It goes just wide. Middlestad behind the net now. Sends it out in front, and Jost's shot hit the post. Middlestad again, trying to send that puck out in the slot. Middlestad, he takes a tumble. Still has it out wide for Olofsson. A great shift by this third line. I'm giving them praise, and they get more here. There's a quick shot from the point from Power. He's still looking for that first goal of the season. It doesn't reach the net, and the Sabres will be forced to go back now. Chicago clears. But that was a really good shift there by Buffalo. Henry Yokuyaru's pass goes astray and through, but the Sabres take it back again. Thompson behind the net, steals it off the stick of Seth Jones, but he can't get it by Kachuk and Jason Dickinson. Dickinson takes it back, but they give it away. I can see why Chicago is so bad. They're not good. Oh my God. Skin is so dry. McCabe, he turns it over. Tuck. Oh, come on. You got to take that to the net, man. See, that's the problem right now. The Sabres are overthinking things. They're passing too much. They got to shoot a little bit more. They're really scared, and this is the same problem they had during that 8-game losing streak. They just got to feel themselves again. They got to get a little more confident, okay? They haven't been doing enough of that recently. Here's Dahlin to Tuck. Tuck enters the Chicago zone, drops it back. Nobody there for Buffalo, and Chicago just kind of throws it back. Samuelson is the only one near there for the Sabres. He makes a nice move around to Blackhawks, sends it through the middle, sends it out wide, and here comes Middlestat with some speed. Drops back for Dahlin. He's got lane to the net, takes the shot. Nice save there by Mrazek. Chicago picks up the rebound. They get it along the boards. They slide it through the middle of the ice, and they have a little bit of a break here. Here they come now. Into the slot. Entwistle almost got the rebound there. His own rebound. He did not, though. Blackhawks keep it alive in the Sabres zone, though. There's a quick shot from the point there. It was Reese Johnson. His shot sends the puck down low into the corner. They try to work their way out in front. Cousins tried to do it. He picked that one off, and the Sabres lift that one high and into the Hawks zone. Peterka is there. Peterka for Buffalo. Gets checked off the puck behind the net. That kind of looked like a interference there, but it wasn't. But it doesn't matter because Chicago just iced the puck. So we will get a face-off here deep in Chicago's zone. But that was an excellent shift there a couple of moves ago by that third line for Buffalo. Middlestat, Jost, and Olofsson. They were great. They were able to keep it in. Jost almost scored. I'm still not sure how he did that. And then after that, Jokiharju with a great back check. He was out of position again, but he was bailed out this time. Here we go. Face-off coming up to the left here of Mrazek. He's looking over at that post. My skin is just dry right now. It's really dry down here. We got 8 people in the chat. Make sure, if you're new, hit that like button. Subscribe. Let's keep growing the channel. Grow this community, especially with another stream coming up. I won't say which, but it may involve the Buffalo Bills. Maybe. Bills-Bengals game. But the refs are currently looking over at a little bit of a snow pile up next to that Chicago Blackhawks post. So there's a bit of a stoppage right now. I'll take that off. So here we go. Now they're ready to drop the puck here. Face-off coming up. Domi wins it back for Chicago, but he can't keep it. Girgensons into the slot for Krebs. He gives it away, though. And the Blackhawks come back the other way. Down the wing goes Domi. Domi for Kane. Kane tries to drop it back to the point. He cannot. Gets checked off the puck there. Patty Kane, he's not had a great season so far. He's not looked quite like himself. I'm confused why he's still trying to remain in Chicago. They're a rebuilding team. They ain't getting any better anytime soon. So you might as well not do it. Anyways, here's Chicago. They possess the puck. Jack Johnson with it. Throws it into the Sabres zone there. Anderson out to play with it. Slides it across to Jokiharju. He sends it up the boards to Okposo. He's got to deal with it bouncing puck, but does well enough. Gives it to Krebs. Krebs trying to take back the Hawks D-man. He does a good job of it, but Kane eventually takes it back. And here they come. They flip it out and into the neutral zone. Picked up there by Lyubushkin. He's got a lane. Lyubushkin goes into the Hawks zone. Passes it out wide for Middlestat. Middlestat fanned on the shot. And Chicago takes it back. Oh, those bounces. Guys, come on now. Oh, is there going to be a penalty against Jost? No, I guess not. He tripped up a guy. There should have been a penalty there. Here's Taves now. Sends it back to the point. Reese Johnson, his shot was tipped. It bounced off the side of the net there. Chicago works it back. McCabe, his one-timer, breaks the Sabre stick there. Kept in the zone by Jones. Caleb Jones, nice move on the outside. Cuts behind the net. Gives it to Kurashev. Kurashev to Taves. He drops into the corner. Back to Kurashev. Across. Back post, and they score! Chicago draws first blood in their first shot of the game. Connor Murphy gives them a 1-0 lead. Buffalo is struggling here early on in their own zone. Can't be doing this against the Chicago Blackhawks. Are you kidding me? I swear, are they really going to lose this game? Are you kidding me? Yeah, that's Middlestat's guy. Just did not see Murphy leaking in from the point there. Walks on in. No chance for Anderson. It was a perfect shot. top corner, short side, and Chicago, they get the first goal. It's Connor Murphy, the defenseman. He struggled mightily this season. Oh boy, Buffalo, what are you doing to me? So, 9 minutes into this game, and Buffalo's already given it up, and they've turned it over. 2-on-1 here. Chicago, backhand. Oh, they hit the post. Anderson got just enough of it, but it hit the post. That was Athanasiou. Eventually, though, the puck finds its way to Tuck, and he goes through center ice. Tuck, he's going to walk in. Oh, my God, Skinner. His stick broke again. Couldn't take the shot. Lafferty picks it up for Chicago, and they go through center ice now. Dickinson throws it behind the net. Lafferty with a good forecheck, though he can't beat out Dahlin. He's going to look that one high into center ice. Glove down there by Skinner. Skinner to Peterka, trying to force it in front. Gets it to Tuck eventually, but he cannot hold on to it. But he almost left the stick there of Dickinson. Buffalo, you got to do better than this, guys. Come on. Peterka, he's been struggling. Peterka has been struggling as of late. Sabres can't keep it in at the point, and they get it out wide. Here comes Tyler Johnson into the slot. Kane could not get a good shot off. Owen Power with a nice stick there. Power behind his own net. Out wide for Cousins. Nice through ball to Quinn. And here comes Quinn through center ice. Quinn out wide for Peterka. Trying to slide it back in front for Quinn, but the puck was just out of his reach, and it slides all the way in on Mrazek, and that is going to bring us to a commercial break. So, Chicago up by 1 here early on in the first period. Oh my God. Yeah, but this is a frustrating start to the game here for Buffalo. I'm not sure. Chicago's been terrible this period, too. Middlestat was not great defensively there. That goal was on him because that was his man walking back from the point. I don't know what he was doing. He just stood there and watched the puck. He didn't notice the guy coming in on the back door. Annoying. Friggin' Buffalo. The collapse. They're 21-19-2 right now. Need a win here. They need a win badly. I can't understate how much they need a win here. Because it's so necessary. They need to get 2 points where you can get them. And right now, they're a better team on paper than Chicago. They are. But for some reason, they struggle to go to Chicago and win hockey games. Even last year, it barely happened. They won 6-5 off of a fluke Tage Thompson goal. They were down 4-0 in that game, too. Hopefully that doesn't happen here. Hopefully that doesn't happen. But I'd like to remind all of you guys to hit that like button and subscribe. Let's keep growing this community. I want it at 1487. I'd like to grow that number. We lost 5 subscribers this past week. So let's get that number back up here, folks. Let's go. We got 9:46 to go here in this first period. Craig Anderson, he's playing in his 699th NHL game tonight. He's only 300 behind Marc-Andre Fleury, he's closing in on 1,000. He's getting there. He'll get there. But Anderson, he's 41 years old, pure vet at this point. We'll see what happens. But the Sabres on offensive zone face-off here. Cousins, he can't win it. Goes along to the boards for Jack Johnson. Johnson doing a good job keeping it in the corner there. Cousins trying to get it out, but he doesn't. He gives it right to a Chicago player, and they get it to the neutral zone. Taves, nice pass across to Kurashev. He backhands it off the boards and into the Sabres zone. Picked up there by Samuelson, but he can't move the puck. Now he will. And here comes Cousins. Cousins along the wing. Oh my God, this is frustrating. A month ago, Cousins would have won that board battle. He would have gotten in and exploited that defender there. Peterka, the same thing. They're both struggling at the moment. Here's Buffalo in their own zone. They're just passing it off, making a couple of line changes here. Nice move there by Bryson at center ice. Gets it to Oh, good shot there by Poso, but I was squeezed and held onto by Mrazek. He looked behind himself for a second there. I thought that may have squeaked by. You never know. Mrazek is giving up average 4 goals a game at the moment, so I don't know. 11 people in the chat. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, subscribe. Let's go. I'm begging at this point. Just subscribe, guys, please. That's all I ask for. Another offensive zone faceoff. Girgensons wins it back to the point. There's a quick shot. That goes wide of the net. Krebs there with the rebound. He gets checked hard into the boards. No boarding call, though. Sabres doing a good job keeping that puck alive down low. Caleb Jones behind the net turns it over, sends it out in front of Poso. Lyubushkin, they play hot potato. Lyubushkin has it, throws it to the front of the net. That didn't hit a Sabres stick there. Sabres keep it again. Krebs trying to force a pass through the middle of the ice. He cannot. Sabres can't get the pinch, and the Blackhawks clear. Girgensons has it in his own zone, gives it to Bryson. He drops it back to nobody, though, and the Sabres are going to have to hold on to this and make some line changes. They're going to have to be patient here. Things are not becoming a given here in this game, surprisingly. Chicago's playing hard. They are playing hard at the moment. Here's Jokiharju out wide for Olofsson. Slides it across the middle. Stat enters the Blackhawks zone and simultaneously goes into the corner hard. Gives it to Joes. Makes a nice move around one. Cuts to the front of net. And they score! At the back post, it's Olofsson. His 18th of the year. A good, hard move to the net by Joes. Gets the Sabres back in this game. It's 1-1. Nice move there by Olofsson. Love that. Love that. That's what he's got to be doing here. Jost with it. He found Olofsson. He just kind of banked it home, and Mrazek is looking around. He thought there may have been goaltender interference. But no, there isn't. 7:45 left in this first period. Sabres tie this up. Olofsson's 18th goal of the year in the Sabres' third line, with some more good pressure in the offensive zone, leads to a gritty, hard-worked goal. And what a pickup Jost has been on the waiver wire. Like, that's been one of the best waiver wire pickups for the Sabres in years. But here we go, back underway. Face-off won there by Chicago at the center ice. So that Olofsson goal assisted there by Jost and Mittelstadt. So Olofsson from Jost and Mittelstadt. Thompson trying to make things happen. He cannot. Chicago will clear and picked up there by Jokiharju. He sends a hard pass along the ice to Skinner. He drops it back for Tuck. Was in his skates for a moment, but he's able to work out of it. Tuck to the blue line and across, but he turns it over there, and here comes Chicago. 2-on-1. Oh, the pass was just out of Max Domi's reach. They blew it there, but Chicago still has him. Johnson throws that one well wide of the net. Falls to Domi at the backboards. Domi works his way back up top. Gives it to Kane. Spins around there. Kane holding on to this puck. Throws it behind the net to Tyler Johnson. Around up top for a quick shot there from the point. That was Connor Murphy again. Looking for his second of the game. Sabres send it back down length of the ice. And it won't be an icing? No, I guess not. Moved too slow, I suppose. Picked up there by Isaac Phillips. I don't know how you pronounce that. Sends it down on Craig Anderson, but the Sabres give it away right there. Dahlin turns it over behind the net, but Peterka is there to help him out with it. And Peterka starts a rush here for Buffalo. Gets it to Cousins, but Cousins can't handle the pass, and the Sabres are forced to retreat here. Samuelson is in his own zone. Gives it to Cousins. He fanned on the pass, but he gets it back to himself. Cousins spins it around. Tries to force another one. Oh, and Quinn gets hauled down. No penalty. Kurashev with it. Into the slot. Taves has it there. Backhander towards the net, but that one just went wide. Here comes Peterka again. Peterka. He can't get by the defender, Caleb Jones, and Chicago has it now. Jake McKay behind his own net. It's going to wait for Chicago to make a couple of line changes here. McCabe through center ice finds a streaking player. That was Colin Blackwell. He loses it though, and here comes Krebs for Buffalo. Krebs has it out wide, doesn't take the shot, sends it back up top. Dahlin Trades places with Krebs. He fumbles the puck a little bit. He just sends that one towards the net, and it tips just wide of the net there. Hits the side netting. Okposo picks up the rebound. Okposo forces his way through the slot. And then, oh my gosh, Okposo, you gave it away. You did that good, and then you just gave it away like that. How dare you? What's wrong with you, sir? But here's Buffalo. Krebs back for Lyubushkin, sitting in his own zone right now. Across to his defensive partner there, Bryson. Bryson, he's going to walk up now. He goes off to the bench finally for Jokiharju, who gives it to Olofsson. Olofsson into the slot for Jost. His one-timer goes wide. Owen Power picks up the rebound, though. Power makes a nice move at the point. Plays it across for Jost. Back to Power. Doesn't take the shot. Now he will. It goes wide of the net, though. I think it was more of a pass instead of a shot. But it doesn't matter because the puck goes out of the Blackhawks zone, so they're going to have to do it all over again. Here's Jost now. Jost. He goes in. That's offsides, though. Middlestat couldn't get back onsides, and that one will be a commercial break. So, Buffalo ties the game up there. And off a good forecheck, hard to the net there by Tyson Jost. And right there at the back post, it was Olofsson. He had a simple tap in there to get this game all tied up. But really, it's deserved because the Sabres have been dominating here. Chicago looks terrible at the moment. They look awful. But right now, shots are in favor of Buffalo, 7-3. So they've been good. It's just that Middlestat fell asleep. It's the double-edged sword of Casey Middlestat. He's really bad in the defensive zone, but then he goes off and makes a great pass to Jost to enter the zone and then got it to Middlestat. So he's able to produce. When he's producing, I guess it's okay. But he always has that dumb mistake of the game. Dumb mistake. So I'd like him to cut down on that. I'm sure everyone would. So, yeah, come on, guys. Come on now. But Buffalo's been playing better ever since the goal kind of woke them up a little bit. And they needed to do that. They needed to. Because they were not good. Buffalo, come on now. Gotta do better, guys. Come on. Oh, Buffalo. Let's go, guys. Let's get good again. Let's get this lead. I'm in a little silent. I'm trying to save my voice. But 4:24 to go here in this first period, folks. Stick around for intermission. I will be live, or Cal will join me here on the live stream. It wasn't available last time. So, yeah. He'll join me this time. He's going to help save my voice here a little bit, as much as he can. All right. Back from a commercial break, Buffalo wins the face-off here. Samuelsson, who's got a goal this season, gets it to Tuck on the near side boards. He overskates the puck. Tuck just kind of throws it behind the net then. Thompson is chasing it. Skinner can't get there, and Chicago lifts the one to center ice and beyond. Here they come now. Athanasiou out wide. He tips it back in front. It was a good pad save there by Craig Anderson. Chicago keeping it alive in the Sabres zone. Samuelsson forced off the puck there. Kurashev sends it out in front. Chicago's defensive player keeping it in there. Lafferty can't keep it in for Kurashev, and the Sabres will finally clear. Skinner, he looks over at his shoulder, sees his teammates leaving. Athanasiou, he's also still out there, so he's not alone. Athanasiou goes into the Blackhawks zone. Loses control of it. Bryson takes it back, and Lyubushkin starts the rush here. Good speed through center by Peterka. Gets it to Quinn. Quinn, toe drags, takes the shot, and saved by Mrazek. Oh, that was a sweet move there by Jack Quinn. Unfortunate not to score there. And, of course, we got another commercial break. Yay. NHL really packing in. They're like the Bills-Dolphins game there on Sunday. Just packing in as many commercials as they can put on. We're at 13 likes right now, folks. Let's get it. Let's get it. Come on, guys. Let's go. Do. But it's a good game right now. 7 people in the chat, folks. Good game we got going on here. Sabres, come on. You got to get that go-ahead goal, guys. Let's go. Come on now. Come on. Got to get this. Cannot lose to the friggin' Blackhawks. I don't know. The Sabres just really been starting out slow as of late. It's quite annoying. Wow. Jesse Puljujarvi, healthy scratch there by Edmonton. Maybe Sabres go after them. But, come on, Buffalo. Come on. We got this. I need to see a win. I haven't seen a win from this team in a little while. It's kind of annoying me. But 15 votes. 17 of you guys are saying that Buffalo's going to win, as you said. Oh, look. Sabres assistant coach Marty Wilford played for the Blackhawks. 6th-round draft pick in 1995. That's funny. He's played in every single level except for the NHL, unfortunately. Never good enough to get there. That sucks. But he's behind a bench now for Buffalo. So let's go. Come on, Buffalo. Let's see what they can do here. Middlestat wins the face-off. Gets it to Cousins in front. That's actually the second line out there. His shot goes wide. Power picks up the rebound. Power, nice move to keep it in. Gets it to Jokiharju, sends it to the back post, but Kane steals the pass, and he starts out a rush here. Kane out wide for Tyler Johnson. That pass is just outside of his reach, so it goes behind the net, and the Sabres easily take it back there. Jokiharju lifts that one high and through center ice, but Chicago sends it back in, but it looks like they're offsides. Yeah, it looks like they got a tip on that puck. Kane did. He was blatantly offsides there, so I don't know what he's trying to do. Oh, look, Don Granato, he's pissed off at something right now. We got 2:47 to go here in this first period. Game still tied up between the Sabres and Hawks at 1. Another offensive zone faceoff here. Krebs tries to win it back, gets it out wide instead for Okposo. Okposo, nice move, gets it to Krebs down low. Krebs, back to the point for Samuelsson. Across for Dahlin. Dahlin sends a shot towards the net. It was tipped on goal, but Mrazek made the stop. Chicago sends it along the boards, but not out. And Samuelsson, good pinch there. Keeps down low for Gergensen. He muscles his way behind the net. Backhands a pass back to the point. Dahlin's shot goes on net. Krebs, oh, it was a nice setup there. If anybody had been at the back post there for Buffalo, it would have been a 2-1 game, but nobody was. And the game is still tied. Oh my God, Okposo, what are you doing there, bud? Here's Samuelsson. He's forced to go back after Okposo did a bad old man move there. Ooh, nice spin move. Samuelson's got the moves. Goes into the Hawks zone. Samuelsson backhands that one behind the net. Here's Middlestat. Shots in favor of Buffalo, 9-4 right now. Middlestat tries to backhand that one back down low, but Taves read it well, and he starts a 2-on-1 here. Taves and Khrushchev across. Khrushchev's shot. Nice save there by Anderson. And the Sabres come back very quickly now. Middlestat inside for Jost. Back out wide for Middlestat. Stick handles. Back to the point. Lyubushkin across to Bryson. Sends it through the middle of the ice, but nobody there for Buffalo. That could get a stick on it. Here's Middlestat there. Middlestat throws another pass through the middle. Bryson, nice little dipsy doodle move, but the puck is played off his stick and out. Zabert gonna have to come back again. Cody, what's up? You need this for your fantasy? Yeah, I picked up Cousins for Caulfield a little while ago, and that trade's not going well for me. Here's Bryson. Bryson across to Lyubushkin. Lyubushkin easily sends that one to the front of the net, and that one is gloved there by Mrazek. So, 56 seconds left in this first period here. Buffalo still pushing for a go-ahead goal, but none coming so far. Reminder, Cal will be on with me at intermission to talk about what he saw during that first period. I think it'll be a mixed bag. That will be disappointed that Buffalo didn't lead after 1, but that can still change or not. Tuck won the faceoff, but it went between the two defensemen there. Power He sends it back deep into the Hawks zone. Mrazek picks it up, plays it inside, but Seth Jones, the big defenseman, gives it away to Lafferty. Oh my God, Chicago's just so sloppy here. They eventually get it out of the zone, though. Here's Lafferty, out wide. Athanasiou with the shot. That one was blocked there by Buffalo, by Skinner specifically. He gets it to Tuck. Tuck now. Nice move at center ice. Out wide there for Thompson. Thompson can't go in the zone yet. They won't get it back on sides here for Buffalo. Power eventually gets it in deep. Here's Tuck. Oh, with a nice move. Spin move to the front of the net. Couldn't get a good shot off. Here's Skinner now. Walking in front. Plays it back post, and Tuck scores! With 6 seconds left in the first period, Buffalo gets the go-ahead goal. Alex Tuck, 22nd of the year. Actually, it looks like Thompson got the last touch on it. I thought Tuck did it, but no, it looks like Tage got it. That will be his 32nd goal, and Buffalo takes a 2-1 lead. So let's see here. It was Thompson. Yeah, Thompson there. Toe drag, the move at the back post. Nice feed from Skinner. I thought it was Tuck, but really it was Thompson there. But Thompson got it. Made a move around the goalie again, around his stick of the goalie, and that will end it here. The end of the first period, folks. A good finish there. Buffalo, surprisingly enough, after falling behind 1-0, they get the go-ahead goal with 5 seconds left in the first period to take a 2-1 lead. And it's deserved too. Totally deserved for Buffalo. So, that's what I like. So stick around, folks. Gonna get Cal in here on this intermission to talk a little bit about the Sabres game and maybe some Bills talk as well. Maybe we can sneak some in. Let me get him in here. No. Alright, let's get Cal in here. All right. We'll get Cal in here in a second, but that was a sweet goal. Vintage Tage Thompson. And, boy, did he need that. He really did. Because he's been struggling as of late. Really been struggling. So it's good to see him finally get on the goal sheet there with a sweet vintage Tage move. All right, Cal's in the chat. I will get him in here. Let's do this. Oops. There's Cal. Oh. Waiting for Cal. Here. I'm going to move back. Admit. Looks like he's having a little bit of difficulties. Oh, maybe he's in. Maybe. Connecting to audio. But it was a good first period there. Let me mute that. And there he is. Cal with a haircut. Haircut special there. There you go. How you doing? It's been a little bit since you've been on a stream.
Yeah, it's been a while. The Sabres, still in the playoff mix. They haven't been playing too great as of late, but string a couple wins together here, and they're right back in it. Mm-hmm. It's good first period. I mean, they were dominating. I think the middle stat line really got them going. I can't believe I'm saying that, but this line, they're cycling the puck well, keeping some good zone pressure in. Then we have, they kind of fall apart on defense. Obviously, Bryson, Lyubushkin have a tough time there. Clearing the net. Bryson pinches down. I don't know what he's doing. Lyubushkin forced to cover his side. Middle stat left out to dry. Chicago gets the early one. But then the Sabres, they come back. They've been doing this pretty much all year. Olofsson gets a quick one. Nice feed from Jost. And then that great pass from Skinner to feed Thompson for his, 100th goal this season at this point. So great to see the Sabres with the lead after the first.
Yeah, it was nice. And well, it's been kind of weird for Tage, actually. It feels like it's the 100th, but he's been struggling over the last couple of games, so I'm sure that goal is huge for him.
Yeah, for sure. I was just discussing that, too, during the game. it's odd to watch Tage Thompson because sometimes it looks like he's just unstoppable. He'll score 6 goals a game. Other times it looks like defenses have him figured out, and he's just unable to really get shots off. And when he does, he's double teamed, and the shots are kind of meatballs.
Yeah.
100-mile-an-hour meatballs, but still pretty easy to save when there's no screens. So, good to see that line going. Still issues with the kid line. They just can't get it figured out. So that's unfortunate to see. I know Granado said there might be some defensive matchup pairing changes. So far, nothing. It's tough to change when you have 3 really good defenders and 3 not so good defenders. Again, hopefully they make a move. We made a video about it.
Yeah.
We just got to hope and pray. And, maybe Pilot gets called back up here coming up. I mean, that's not really going to help too much. But again, Lyubushkin and Bryson just drive me nuts every single game.
Absolutely. Lyubushkin especially. I loved him early in the season, and then he just had to go on and get injured. And ever since then, he's been just infuriating. We haven't seen yet his stupid vintage penalty of the game. It's going to be interference or a hold or something like that. But he's infuriating me, and you're right. We need a defenseman. Once again, Kevin Adams, we've made another stream. It's been another week. Where is Chychrun?
We just got to keep calling for it. It's the thing with Lyubushkin, too. Like you said, earlier in the season, he was great physical presence on the team. That's all you got to do. Just lay some bodies out and, be, pretty solid defensively. He got hurt, and all of a sudden, he's unwilling to throw the body around at all. He starts chucking elbows. It seems at least 2 minutes in the penalty box a game, sometimes 4, which is just unacceptable, especially with our penalty kill not being the greatest this season. And in that last game, the refs certainly weren't on our side either. So if you're not going to get any luck from the refs, and your penalty kill's not that great, we cannot be taking those dumb penalties. And it's all he's been doing as of late. So, hopefully he gets it turned around, though. Likable guy for sure. But as a hockey player, I have not liked what I've seen.
Yeah, Much Gas, what's going on? He says, I don't watch much hockey, but was dared by a friend to bet on some. Saw the first period, total bets, and read up. Thought this game would be a good bet. He over 1.5 points in first period, just hit 140 in profit. W. There you go.
That's a good bet. You got Craig Anderson, who's put up good stats, but hasn't played, consistently now that UPL plays almost every night. And then Peter Mrazek on the other side, who has been just terrible all season, 3-10, I think, on the year. Save percentage in the 800. So that's a good bet for sure. Good thing that hit for you. It's a nerve-wracking week, though. I mean, I know the Sabres are playing now, but obviously we're all focused on the Bills, too. It's just one of those weeks where, the Sabres win and lose. It gets me, frustrated or happy, but at the end of the day, we can move past it almost faster because there is a bigger game at the end of the week. So, the Sabres lost last game. It didn't get me as frustrated against the Panthers as it usually does. We'll see if they win tonight, how much that affects my emotions. But I mean, me, I live and die off Buffalo sports. Same with you. So, my next day is all focused on what happened the previous night.
Yeah, special little announcement. I will be streaming that Bills-Bengals game this Sunday. So I'm sure it's going to get real interesting. I'm excited for it. Last game I streamed was Bills-Patriots on Thursday Night Football. That was a good stream. I liked doing football, so you mentioned it. I just had to bring it up here. But I will be doing a stream for Bills-Bengals. I'm very nervous about it. I'm also nervous about the Sabres playoff hopes because you mentioned it. They are still not out of it exactly. I'm going to check the standings right now, but I believe if they win tonight, they'll be at 46 points. And they'll still have a couple games on hand against the Islanders, and they'll be tied with the Penguins. But they will only be 4 points back of the Penguins for that second wildcard spot if they win tonight. And, of course, on Thursday, they face the Islanders. So that
huge game. And that should be, momentum should be crazy that game. Obviously, the big Ryan Miller jersey retirement ceremony, sellout crowd. It's going to be, an absolutely fun game Thursday. Just one of those games that reminds you of, in recent times, RJ's last game or RJ's jersey retirement. Just when the crowd's absolutely, into the game. The players want to win for whoever's getting inducted. So, hopefully the players gather around. Maybe we don't let in 4 goals, in honor of Ryan Miller and, pick up a win against the Islanders, who are slightly above us in the standings, but like you said, we do have some games on hand. It's crazy. I mean, the Sabres lost 3 games in a row. All of a sudden, they win a game and they're right back in the playoff mix.
Yeah.
So, a win tonight could go a long way. A lot of teams underperforming. You look at the Panthers, the Islanders, even the Penguins. So you could definitely catch those teams this season.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas in seasons prior, it almost seemed like a no shot.
Yeah, absolutely. But Mitch Gas said he was going to subscribe and start following hockey. Thank you.
Hey, thank
And
you, thank you.
thank you, thank you. But it's like Buffalo. Even when they struggle, Islanders are struggling. The Penguins are
Mhm.
struggling. They are so clearly still in this race, and if they just get back to some simple, solid offensive hockey, and they start not going to sleep in these matinee games, then I really think they could make a run. And this Ryan Miller game, it couldn't have come at a better time. It probably
Yeah.
will be a sellout game. I'd have to assume. I haven't
Mhm.
checked Ticketmaster yet. I usually just do to get
Yeah,
a general
it's
idea.
pretty close to a sellout. If not, it is a sellout. A lot of resale tickets up. People trying to get big money,
Mm-hmm.
but the cheapest seat is 150, 160, which
Oh,
is almost unheard of
for a
for
Sabres game,
the
yeah.
Sabres regular season. So that's good to see.
I was at the Sabres Minnesota Wild game a couple weeks ago. Oh my god! Like when
Uh,
there's a sellout crowd, it is wild. It is loud. There is lots of standing ovations too for this team. I'm sure they'll be rocking on Thursday, but the Sabres got to finish their business here tonight and beat the Blackhawks. And I think they were dominating that first period, but Kel, what do you think they could do more to get more goals other than score?
Yeah, I mean, just again, you got Peter Mrazek in goal for the Blackhawks. Just get shots on the net. Just keep tallying those shot totals. You got your first line that's producing. I'd like to see Cousins, Quinn, and Paterka just shoot the puck on the net.
Yep.
The last few games they've been overpassing just so much. That line needs another goal. I know Quinn just scored, but other than that goal, that line has been just atrocious the last few weeks. Just get some more shots on the net. Paterka needs a goal in the worst ways just to get his confidence back. And I think a few goals for that line could go a long way, get them back into it. Because other than them, our forwards have been playing great. Minus
Yeah.
that Panthers game, I know Kyle Poso seemed to be the only guy on the ice that wanted to be there.
Yeah.
Other than that, everyone on the team is really clicking now. So it's good to see, and hopefully that kid line that was oh so dominant earlier in the year can get going again, and we can have 4 lines of you know production for on the Sabres team.
Yeah, and I just want to ask you. I want to get your thoughts here on UPL Luukkonen because
Yeah.
he has been winning and winning and winning. What do you think? Has your opinion of him as the maybe future Sabres goalie changed at all from now?
This is a tough one because you look at his stats and the win loss column is it's really good. You would think he's putting up crazy stats. He's still letting a ton of goals in. I mean, we're talking 3 to 5 goals a night, which is not high tier NHL quality.
Mm-hmm.
But that being said, though, our like I said earlier, our defense is not that great. I mean, he's getting peppered with high quality chances. But you look at analytics and UPL still letting 4 goals in on 2 goals expected. So as good as he's been playing, and again, I'll say he's our number one goalie. Craig Anderson cannot play every night, so and
Comrie.
Comrie is not the answer.
No,
I've
no.
determined that. So UPL is the best option right now to be your number one. But that being said, still a lot of stuff to work on. I definitely am more optimistic on him than I was earlier in the season, but I don't think he's playing at a level where he's going to push us into the playoffs. Just based on the amount of goals he lets in. The Sabres team, they like to score, don't get me wrong, but if they're scoring 3 goals a game and you're losing 5-3 consistently, that
Mm-hmm.
cannot happen. And I can blame defense all I want, but again, UPL comes up clutch at the end of games, but there's still a few softies that he's letting in each game.
That's true. Like that first goal against Nashville, you can't
Mm-hmm.
let that in from the
Yeah.
point. You gotta have the glove there to save it. But I do like because when in crunch time, Comrie doesn't make that
Mm-hmm.
save. I don't think Anderson makes that save. UPL has. That's why they won that Nashville game. That's why they won
Yeah.
that Minnesota Wild game. I don't know. He's clutch at the best of times.
Yeah, he has that it factor to him, right? Like he'll make that diving glove save, that cross ice pad save. He has that it factor where Comrie just doesn't. Comrie's
Mm-hmm.
as mid gets. UPL can make the big saves when it matters, He's just got to touch up some things. And I know goalies take a long time to develop, so I'm not writing him off. I know earlier in the season I was very pessimistic about him. I thought we were really banking on collegiate goaltenders, as did a lot of other people. But I know the Sabres weren't too high on him either. And, he gets a chance because of, the injuries this season. And all of a sudden he writes himself in the lineup. So good for him. And, we can only hope he continues to get better. He has that it factor, but just got to clean up some small issues.
Yeah, he just looks a little. He's still raw right now, and that's
Yeah.
crazy. He's 23, and think about it. Like Braden Holtby didn't really come alive till 25. Marc-Andre Fleury was good from the start, but I'm just thinking around the league. Linus Ullmark too. He's 26 right now, 27ish, and he's popping off finally. And Sergei Bobrovsky, same thing. He was 24 until he popped off. And Jonathan Quick, late bloomer. Kale Peterson, late bloomer. Jack Campbell, late bloomer, and he's bad now again. But you look around the league, and you just see these late bloomers, and I think that Buffalo has made the right choice to keep them up for good. Even though we see these paper moves, I just love
Which is absolutely ridiculous, but it's something they can do. So why not use the rules to your advantage? But
But he's been, I think, the Sabres' best goalie over the last month and a half here for Buffalo. And I'd like to see Josh Allen sort of jump. I want him to go to a goalie specialist trainer in the offseason and really fix up, because his problems are fixable. It's just technique issues. It's his tracking. And Marty Baron on the intermission has talked about it a couple of times. His biggest problem is tracking the puck. He loses concentration. He loses focus. So those are fixable things. And that's exciting because right now he's making the big saves. He's winning. But he just, he has a couple of technique issues. But let's divert now to those paper moves. And Cal, I just want you to talk about those moves. Like, what are your overall thoughts on it?
Yeah, I know a lot of people are overreacting about these. They think, the world's going to end, that UPL keeps getting sent down. If you guys don't know, it's only paper transactions, right? So these moves, they're getting loaned to Rochester. They're not getting in a bus or on a plane and flying to Rochester. That's not what's happening. They're staying with the team. They're just not part of the active roster for that day. If UPL is going to play, he's up, and somebody like Peyton Krebs or Jack Quinn or somebody else is down. It does suck that they miss a game, but you have enough young guys that you can do this. If UPL is not going to play, there's no sense in having him on the bench as a backup. He goes down, and then that Peyton Krebs type player comes back up and gets to play the game. I don't think it's a big deal. It's just very annoying when you have three goalies on the team when we know, why have three mediocre goalies when you can get one good one, as the saying goes. But I don't know. It's a unique circumstance. You don't see a lot of teams doing this, but I think it's going to end soon, hopefully at the deadline when they, decide whether they're going to kind of sizzle off for the year or if they're going to make that big push a year early. We'll see what they decide to do. Another thing I want to bring up, you mentioned Linus Ullmark, which I think is a great comparison to UPL. Not, all physically wise, but just, as a goaltender. Ullmark played decent with the Sabres. The Sabres had horrible defensemen, but we always knew with Ullmark he was a solid goalie. And if given the opportunity, he could be a great goalie. Well, he goes to Boston, one of the best teams, if not the best team in the league, with, great defense, great forwards, and he's a star. So you just think of, if you can get a guy like UPL, that good of a defensive core, he could be, the next greatest goalie in the NHL. I don't mean the greatest goalie in NHL history, but, a top 5, top 7 goalie in the league.
Yeah, I totally agree. But the Sabres, I think, they're so close. You can feel it. They are very close to really making that next jump. And they win tonight, that'll go a long ways. And if they win on Thursday night, that'll also be going a long ways. I think I may stream that game. I think I will. It's going to start at 7:30. I can do that. That's easy. Yeah, that's easy.
Yeah.
I'm doing an 8:30 stream tonight here. So I'm going to get more active with these streams again. It's been a little uneven because I've been going to all these games. Like, tickets have been cheap recently. Like, these matinees, last week, I got sick, though. I wanted to go to that Seattle game. Thank goodness I didn't. I know, Kel, you were at that game, right?
Yeah, that one was tough to watch, but that was a fun game nonetheless. Good to see Seattle, an expansion team. Never got to see them on the ice before. Always like to see, each and every team on the ice. So that was a fun one to go to, but you didn't miss anything, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's good. Well, the Sabres and Blackhawks are back on the ice here for the second. Kale, I'll see you for the second intermission. Thanks for joining.
Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah, make sure to go follow the Instagram folks here. But here we go. We're about to get ready here for this second period. Let me get rid of this. The hell? Where the... Looks like someone's getting honored here for Buffalo on the bench. But, oh, come on, MSG. Stop being... I'm behind, like, by 10 seconds now. I shouldn't have refreshed. Damn it, Don. Oh, I can't say that. Oh, I can't say that. Because, YouTube's going to take my money away. Sabres need 2 more big blue liners. Not that UPO is amazing, but a goalie who will solve a problem. Cost $7 million plus 2 big D-men, $4 million total plus. They help our lack of size. Yeah, and I think Radko Gudas would be an excellent addition for Buffalo. He fits the mold perfectly. He's a veteran. He's physical. He's got great Corsi numbers. And, you know, I don't exactly understand Corsi. I just see the number and go, ooh, good number. It's green. The chart is green. And here we go. Sabres right off the bat. They got a 2-on-1. Toe drag shot. Rebound falls to Gergensons. Oh, but he couldn't finish, though. Sabres keep it in at the point. And there's another tip shot towards the net. Mrazek makes another stop. But right off the bat there, Buffalo with a couple good opportunities. Kyle Poso is able to get it by... Jake McCabe, toe drag, went for near side, high, glove side, but Mrazek's glove was tall to the task there. But I think Radko Gudas would be awesome on Buffalo. Now, if he got here, he'd be also cost-effective, too. He's a better version of Ilya Lyubushkin. All right, off the face-off, Krebs gets cross-checked down to the ice. He is going to lose that, but the Sabres come right back. Gergensons to Okposo, slides inside. Gergensons cuts towards the front of the net. Can't get a good shot off, though. Here's Owen Power now. Power in the corner. Takes a rough check there from Caleb Jones. Power still with the puck. Along those boards. Getting some help from Okposo. Okposo gets it. Okposo still has it there. Jones as well. Max Domi there too for Chicago. He eventually gets it out for them, but he passes it straight to Yoki Yarhu, and he's going to recycle things in his own zone. 1 minute through the second period, Sabres have a 2-1 lead with goals coming from Victor Olofsson and Tage Thompson, two of the highest goal scorers on the team, and here comes Olofsson. Olofsson through the Blackhawks blue line and into the zone. Makes a nice move to get around one. Olofsson to Middlestad. He tried to feed it through back to Olofsson, but he could not. But Jones does a good job keeping it in, and he gets it to Olofsson, who cuts to the front of the net, but Mrazek up to the task again with another good save there. Because Olofsson, he had a lane to the front of the net. And one of the things about this Chicago defense that I've noticed a lot is that they are not physical. They are not good at pushing guys off to the outside, and they don't get sticks in lanes when they need to. And that's all what you need when you play defense in the NHL. I know it's not easy, but they are not doing a good job at it. But they win the faceoff here, and they got 3-on-2 here. They go into the Sabres zone. It's Taylor Radish. He was acquired in trade from Tampa. Radish to Kershev. Sends it to the front of the net. Taves was wet there. He could have tipped it home, but it jumped over a stick, and he gets to McCabe. He takes the one-timer. Rebound falls at the other side of the net. Seth Jones tried to get that one in front. Kershev does. Radish with the shot. And that one goes high because it was blocked. Here's Taves looking back post with the pass. Samuelson is there, but he turns it over. Kept in the zone there by Seth Jones. He drives towards the boards. Drops back for Kershev. Out wide for Taves. Taves around in the corner. Jones is there to pinch. Middlesack can't get there. Blackhawks keep it in. They send it to the front of the net, but that one is tipped and saved there by Craig Anderson. Can't cover it up, but the Sabres eventually get it out. Middlestad has a little bit of some speed going the other way. Middlestad cuts around in the corner, drops it back. Tuck with the shot. That one goes high and out of play. So a good transition there by Buffalo. They're able to get back and make something happen there. Buffalo doing good. And that was a little bit of a rough shift there by the Sabres. I mean, they got to do a little bit better than that. All right, they are in the offensive zone now. Tuch, Skinner, and Thompson out here. They lose the faceoff, though. Nice win there by Jason Dickinson. And Chicago's able to clear the zone, but the Sabres get it right back again. Chicago, they cannot string any passes together, but Buffalo could not either. Jeff Skinner, his pass was picked off. Chicago tries to come back. Dickinson gets hauled down. Fans want a call, but they won't get it. Tuch tips it in to the Hawks zone. They take it. It's Dickinson again. I keep saying his name tonight. He's been noticeable. But he turns it over to Jeff Skinner, and here's Skinner. Nice spin moves. That was Patrick Kane-esque. And looks like there's going to be a call coming up here. I think it's going to be against Chicago for an interference maybe. Oh my God, there's a lot of noise. Someone's going crazy here. But it looks like Buffalo's going to get a power play. Jack Johnson for interference. He hauled Skinner down way after the play there. So Buffalo, with their third-ranked power play, are going to get an opportunity here against Chicago. Let's see here. Skinner makes the Kane move. Oh, yeah, he gets just thrown headfirst into the boards there. Not a good penalty to take if you're Johnson. It's a dangerous check. So that is not good by Jack Johnson. So I was going to bring up the Sabres' first power play opportunity of the night. They have been solid as of late, but certainly have cooled down since earlier in the season. But here we go. Middlestad out there wins the faceoff back to Power. Power along the boards. Can't get any space for himself. Keep this alive, Buffalo. Come on, win this board battle. They got three guys over there. Peterka slides it down into the corner for Quinn, but he has his stick lifted, and Chicago will clear the zone. So the Sabres actually, they now have the fourth-ranked power play, so they've cooled off a bit. Chicago, 25th-ranked penalty kill, so they're not very good in that category. Here's Olofsson all alone, works it around the boards. Power is there. Power gives it away, though, and here comes Chicago. Short-handed 2-on-1 now. Chicago, Dickinson takes the shot. It deflects off the Sabres stick there, and they get out of it unscathed, and they have a little bit of speed going the other way. Here's Cousins. Cousins fans on the shot, falls in front of Mrazek, and he will cover it up. So, almost a minute gone here on the power play. Cousins had the opportunity there, but it just rolled off his stick. But the Sabres got to do a little bit better here. It was on that 2-on-1. It was a good play there by Peterka to get his stick in a lane. That's what you got to do. I just said you got to get a stick in a lane, and he did it there. Made it not such a clean shot there for Jason Dickinson. Sabres still got a minute and 9 seconds here on this power play. Fun number in seconds. And they win the faceoff. Back to Dahlin. They slide it into the slot for Thompson, or Cousins there. Back to Dahlin at the point. Dahlin out wide for Cousins. They keep trading passes here. Nobody alive. Dahlin, he gives it away at the blue line, and Chicago clears. Got to be a little bit better than that, Rasmus. Come on. Craig Anderson, I'm not sure what he's doing there. He turns it over in front of the net. Oh, what a save. He just robbed Sam Lafferty shorthanded. And the Sabres come back. Here's Skinner. He establishes offense's zone presence. Gets it to Thompson. Thompson almost had the puck stripped of him there. Thompson still has it, though. Gets it into the slot. Cousins drops it back for Dahlin. Dahlin, two Cousins at the far face-off circle. Cousins trying to force it in front to Tuch. Whacked a little bit at that puck. He gets it out wide again for Cousins. 19 seconds to go here on this power play. The puck slides around behind the net to Thompson. He sends it to the point. Dahlin around to Tuch. Tuch in the slot. Back to Dahlin. Out wide for Thompson. Thompson can't take the shot. There's a guy in the lane. He gets it to Cousins. Now he has it. Takes the shot. Nice save there by Mrazek. The puck flies high, sends high in the air. And here's Thompson now. Nice move in the slot. Sends it out wide. Oh, what a save. Tuch was robbed by Mrazek. He had it all alone at the back post there. He had the one-timer. He let it rip, but he could not get it over the double-stacked pads there of Peter Mrazek. And here's Dahlin again. Dahlin has the puck stripped of him. Power play is now over. Here's Jokiharju off the bench. Gives it to Okposo. Okposo flips it back for Jokiharju. But it looks like there will be a call here against Buffalo, maybe? A bench minor, potentially, here. The refs played dead. I'm not sure what's happened. but it looks like there may be a penalty here against Buffalo. It came off camera. There was nothing egregious about that. So I'm not sure what happened there. Rio Deo Prime, what's going on? I'm not sure what happened here. Maybe it's too many men. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Yeah, lazy line change. Or it's an offsides. Yeah, it's too many men here against Buffalo. Lazy line change there. Granato's not happy with his players, and they took a bench minor. So, Chicago, right after they kill a Sabres penalty, they have a power play opportunity now, but Buffalo clears it down the length of the ice on the first chance they get. So let's see what Chicago can do now here. Too many men for Buffalo. Lazy penalty to take. And here comes Chicago into the Sabres zone. Taylor Radish with Kane, Taves, Seth Jones, Domi, but he just turned it over. Short-handed break here. Krebs is in. All alone. Peyton Krebs. Backhander scores! Peyton Krebs. A beautiful backhand goal. And Buffalo extends their lead. 3-1. Krebs was in all alone. Forehand to backhand over the glove of Mrazek. He just bit that hard. And Peyton Krebs gives Buffalo a 3-1 lead now. Wow. Didn't see the notification. Yeah, YouTube is just dumb with these sometimes. Yeah, who else but Krebs? That's his 4th goal of the season there. So, Chicago, they got another minute there. Domi costed Chicago. 3-1 Buffalo. That's Peyton Krebs' 4th goal of the season. It's been very low-key for him, but that's a huge goal. He's been a little snake-bitten as of late. And that's his go-to move. Kane, he almost turned it over as well. They will finally. Tuch takes a whack at it and sends it down the length of the ice. Clears it. 35 seconds left on this power play here for Buffalo. Pray for DeMar. What's going on? Love the name. And yes, pray for DeMar. Yes, sir. Krebs on the penalty kill. Yeah, this coaching unit don't want to give him any offensive chances here. He's out with the old men. All right, Chicago has in the Sabres zone. Caleb Jones out wide. For Taves, back for Khrushchev on the near face-off circle. Gets it to Tyler Johnson, the former Tampa Bay Lightning, the veteran. He turns it over, and the Sabres will clear. Blackhawks, they get it back and quickly back into the Sabres zone. Khrushchev cuts in front towards the net, and as he does that, the Sabres get back to even strength. So, that probably was as good as a penalty kill as it could have gotten here for Buffalo as they ice the puck. Of course, that wasn't really an icing. But you score a shorthanded goal there. It's a very good kill. I don't think Chicago had a single opportunity. Joanna, what's going on? But yeah, Krebs with his 4th goal there on the penalty kill. That's 2 shorthanded goals now in 3 games here for Buffalo. Can't remember. Yeah, their shorthanded goals are few and far between. Here is Samuelson for Buffalo. Oh, that's offsides against Chicago. But it's a good game. Good second period here. Things are starting to turn into, as they should, Sabres victory. Hey, we gained a subscriber. 1488. Let's go, folks. Let's get 2 more. Let's get back to 1490. I think I'll... Excuse me there. I think I'll stream on Thursday night for the Ryan Miller game against the New York Islanders. That will be fun. Crabs. Yes, sir. Isn't it funny? Like, I'm always scratching my head. But that was a big goal for Buffalo. And Krebs, he gets rewarded for being put back into the game. Well, that's huge. Huge for Krebs. Huge for him because he needs to get this coaching staff to trust him again. I don't want to see Asplund back in this lineup for Krebs. Asplund is so much worse than Krebs. Krebs, that's going to get his confidence going, and he's a very streaky player. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets another one in the next couple games here. But just to get him going a little bit more, because I've been really looking for more. And, you can see it. It's there, but we keep stuffing him onto the fourth line. It's really frustrating here. But that's a good goal. Really big goal, too. You want to make sure that Chicago has no reason to be back in this game. And Chicago, they've been bad. They only have 5 shots on goal. 5 shots on goal. That is horrific. Through 8 minutes here, 28 minutes of action already, and they only have 5 shots on goal compared to Buffalo's 19. So absolutely atrocious defensively here offensively for Chicago. Defensively, it's not going any better for them. They still suck. But look at that. 5 shots on goal through 2 periods. That's pathetic. No wonder why they are the worst team in hockey. All right. First line back out there for Buffalo. Chicago with their third line. Here's Lyubushkin. After the clearing attempt, he gets hauled down. No call. It's sent to the side of the net there. Chicago works it back to the point. There's a quick shot by Connor Murphy. That goes just wide. The rebound falls just outside of Tage Thompson's reach. Blackhawks keep it behind the net there. Tuch trying to get it out. Same with Jacob Bryson there. Bryson, he loses that battle to Athanasiou. He gets the puck stripped of him by Lyubushkin. Good defensive play there by him, and the Sabres are able to get away with it. Tuch trying to work his way into the Hawks zone. He gets it. Back post. Oh, that was a good chance there. He almost got another one. Oh, and the Blackhawks gave it away. Thompson into the slot inside for Skinner. He gets taken down not once, but twice. Looks around to the refs for a call, but he won't get it. Oh, Jokiharju. He played it to the back post. Skinner, he didn't have a stick. He just kind of shrugged. I was like, what am I supposed to do, man? I got nothing. I can't do anything here. In Chicago, they will just clear it down length of the ice. Broadcast takes a look at Luke Richardson. He's the guy tasked with getting the Blackhawks through this rebuild. No coach ever wants to go through a rebuild, and the lady behind him's got some fresh fit there. You'll probably see it on the MSG broadcast, but she's got some good fit. But Luke Richardson, it's always tough. Don Granato in his interim season in Buffalo had to go through a tank like this. That was an unfair job. Joe's complains to the linesman. The linesman's like, that's on you, man. So Hawks win the face-off. They get it out of the zone to the neutral zone and beyond. Athanasiou with a short angle shot. That one is saved there by Anderson. Sabres get it back. They knock it in deep. There's Phillips there for the Blackhawks. It gets to the Khrushchev. He makes a nice through pass to Taylor Radish. Here's Radish now for Chicago. Throws it towards the corner. Khrushchev has it there. Can't do anything with it. Jost picks it up. Gets it along the boards, and it is just outside the reach of Owen Power. Not a good play there by Power. Hopefully Buffalo can get this out of the zone, and yes, they will. They finally will. Middlestat has it. He pokes it along for Dahlin. Dahlin behind the net. Puts a nice elbow there on Isaac Phillips, but Dahlin is all alone in the forecheck, so Chicago's able to get out of it without any real pressure there. Here's Radish. Throws that one into the Chicago zone. It's overskated by a couple players, and here comes Cousins. Cousins with some speed. Down the slot. Sends it across. Oh, but it went off his stick and just wide. Quinn was all alone at the back post there, ready to put that one home, but it went off a Chicago skate and out of his reach. Sabres throw it back into the Chicago zone. They get it around, but they lose it. Tyler Johnson picks it up off the breakout pass. Chicago's just very sloppy with the puck right now. Just sloppy. Not good. They get it. They flow it into Kane. Kane back to the point for Jones. He sends one to the net. That was tipped by Tyler Johnson, but a good stop there by Anderson. The rebound falls to the Sabres defenseman behind the net. It's Bryson. Bryson gets it to Cousins. He tips it, but it falls right to a Chicago player. Well, Chicago promptly gives it away to Quinn, but Quinn, you got to do better than that, buddy. Come on. Here comes Seth Jones down the gut of the ice. Gets it to Domi. Domi overskates it again, and the Sabres will clear. Only falls as far as the Chicago defenseman, but there is an errant pass, no icing there. Bryson picks it up, stumbles behind his own net, almost got stripped of it right at the side there. That was dangerous, but he's able to get it up to Owen Power here. Power into the Chicago zone. Good play there by Owen Power. Across to Jokiharju. He walks the tightrope line there. Gets it down low to Power. Power in the corner. Sends it back up top for Jokiharju. Jokiharju's going to float that one behind the net. Down low, there's Seth Jones. He takes that. He's going to send that one down. Not far enough for an icing. Sabres pick it up again. Get it by the Chicago logo at center ice there into the Hawks zone. Oposo across to Jokiharju. He takes the shot. Blocked there by a Chicago player. And they get it out of the zone, but the Sabres send it right back in again. Here's Seth Jones. Errant pass by him. Krebs, he wasted that. Tried to make too many cute little moves there. Goes by Talk out of the zone, and here comes Chicago. Along the blue line and in. Here they come now. That is Sam Lafferty. Lafferty with help from Andreas Athanasiou. Lafferty loses it to Dahlin there. Dahlin with the puck. Almost, he walked in front of his own net. Almost had it stripped there. And the Sabres just said, screw it. That's offside. That is offside. Athanasiou. That is just sloppy there by him. Walks in. Clearly could see his teammate not onside. And I don't know. Chicago's just dumb. So that one will be offside. We go to a commercial break. Well, MSG does. I don't. Greatness never sleeps and greatness never goes to a friggin' commercial break. That is who I am. That is what I will always be. Mo Buffalo. But we got 7 people in the chat. Guys, make sure, hit that like button, subscribe. 2 away from 1490. Come on, folks. Let's get it. We're so close. And if you guys haven't already, if you don't feel like watching this stream anymore, you can always watch my Bills-Bengals preview. A little bit of a different format. But, oh boy. Oh, there's a little bit of a controversy. Ivan Provorov declined to take pregame skate as team wore Pride Night jerseys. Yikes. He is expected to meet with the media. But, a little controversy there in Philadelphia. But Buffalo, they've been playing nice. But Peyton Krebs has not been on the ice for a single shot against on 5-on-5 hockey. So, defensively, yeah, that's pretty good. That is really good. People are on Twitter are just raving about Tyson Jost. And, like, how can he have not been fit in Minnesota? He's been so good here for Buffalo. Hey, what's going on? Truth with this. The truth. Casey Middlestat, 7 assists in his last 8 games. He's been on a tear. Goals not necessarily there for him. But his passing, it's there. Victor Olofsson this season, 3 goals in 2 games against Chicago. He had that game winner back early in the season in Buffalo. Yeah, this is the second and final meeting between these two teams. I wish we could play Chicago 82 games this season, but unfortunately, we cannot. That little thing. Oh, Skinner sends it to the back post. Oh my gosh, Thompson almost jammed that one home. I was pretty busy talking about nothing useful. I almost missed a goal there for Buffalo. Chicago, it would have just get it out of their own zone. Thompson had a glorious opportunity, though. Oh, that one just tipped wide of the net. Radish, he sends that one towards the net. Anderson with a good pad stop. The rebound falls to Skinner. He's able to skate that one out. He tries to force a pass up to Tage Thompson, but goes into skates. And here's Skinner now. Skinner out wide in the corner, leaves it there for Samuelson. He overskates the puck. It falls to Skinner here. He plays it along the boards. Nice move there by Tage Thompson. Leaves it there again for Skinner. Skinner takes a check there by Seth Jones. He goes down on the ice. Khrushchev has it. He flips it up. It gets just out, and the Sabres have turned it over. Radish is in. Radish makeshift breakaway, but he can't finish it. He also sends that one towards the net, but it doesn't get to the front. So the Sabres are able to get out of that one unscathed. Bad turnover there by Dahlin. Or that was Dahlin, I think. I'll have to see on the replay there. Sabres now have it along the boards. They're able to get it finally out of the zone. They flutter it up to center ice. Olofsson takes it. Backhands the puck towards Middlestead on the near side boards. He sends it in on Mrazek. He comes out to play with it. Starts the breakout here for Chicago. Kane up through Domi. Domi trying to send that one towards the front of the net. He had a man streaking there. It was Connor Murphy. He's got the lone goal tonight for Chicago. So we got less than 6 seconds going on here. Sabres break it out again. They get it to Bryson, who rarely finds himself in the offensive zone, and it showed there as he fanned on a centering pass to Jost. Jost along the boards gets it around, and he can't hold on to it, and Buffalo gets it out now. Here's Labushkin. Labushkin to Peterka. Peterka can't get it deep into the Blackhawks zone. And again, the kid line just struggles to impose their will right now. They need to redo some things. Here's Quinn, drops it back for a shot from Cousins, but it's easily snared there by Mrazek. So another commercial break here. It was Taylor Radish with that last opportunity. A good pad stop there by Craig Anderson again. And this game remains a 2-goal lead for Buffalo. Ooh. Looks like the Panthers are going to win tonight. They've been playing well here. Let's see what scores are around the league at the moment. Flyers have beaten the Ducks 5-2. Wild beat the Capitals 4-2. There's a lot of games in play right now. Looks like the Panthers, they've lost to the Maple Leafs in overtime. So they will still remain ahead of Buffalo, I believe, in the standings. Let's see here. Yeah, they're 3 points ahead, but they have 4 games in hand. Or Buffalo's 4 games at hand against them. But the Sabres will remain, at least tonight, in 5th place in the Atlantic. But they've been solid still. I still believe they're the better team than Florida. That was just a low-energy fluke game from them. So, other scores around the league. Canadiens won. They beat the Jets 4-1. That's surprising. Kraken and Edmonton are tied at 1 apiece. And Nashville is beating Columbus 2-0. And then the Red Wings are tied with the Coyotes. And speaking of the Red Wings, they have been extremely disappointing this season. With all those off-season acquisitions. Not sure what's going on there. They've been struggling. Really have been. Them and Ottawa, too. Ottawa was supposed to be good, right? I even predicted, if you look back in my preseason predictions, I had the Sabres in 7th and Detroit, Ottawa, and Florida all in that same range. And I had Boston nowhere close to what they are now. Oh, look, Derek Plant. Former Sabres guy, assistant coach there for Chicago. Here we go now. Sabres with an offensive zone. Oh, Gergensons with a quick shot off the faceoff there. Sorry, I was being a little silent. I was reading something there. Here's Krebs behind the net. Throws it in front. Oh, Post almost got to the end of that one. Oh, come on. Gergensons just got hooked there. No call? Really, refs? Come on, guys. Do better. Be better. Here's Tage Thompson now. Thompson tries to work it up that's Okposo working it up for Krebs. Okposo sends it in deep to the Hawks zone. Picked up there by Caleb Jones. He gives it away, though. The pass went between the legs of Mackenzie Entwistle. It falls to Krebs. Krebs goes into the corner, makes a couple of nice spin moves, gets to Gergensons. He has the puck roll off his stick. Chicago gets it back again. And here they come now. Reese Johnson. Johnson out wide for Colin Blackwell, but he gives it away. And the Sabres were looking for the breakaway pass there, but it missed Jeff Skinner, and it will go back for an icing call against Buffalo. 3:44 to go here in this second period. All right. Oh my God. But Sabres win another solid period here. One back to the point there by Chicago after the icing call. Here's Taylor Radish in the corner. Drops it back for Taves. Taves, Seth Jones with the one-timer. The rebound falls in front. Oh my gosh, how did that not go in? The puck, I think, was banged off the post there. Here's Taves to the far side. McCabe down low for Taves. Taves at the blue line there. Taves, he can't get away from Gergensen. It falls to Thompson. Thompson inadvertently plays it through to Seth Jones in the corner. Jones loses it behind the net to Power, but he can't clear. Power to Jones. Takes the shot, easily blockered away by Anderson, and the rebound falls out of the zone and down the ice. McCabe with the stretch pass to Jones. He tips it in the Sabres zone. Anderson is there. His pass hit Kane on the elbow. Not a good play there by Craig Anderson. Fortunate that the Sabres were able to pass their way out of it. There's a stick that just blew up. Here's a little bit of speed there from Isaac Phillips. Starts the rush, gets it to Kane. Kane tries to go in, but I believe there was offsides there against Chicago. Oh my God. My camera, stop getting all blurry. Do I have to do this? Huh? So you can see me? Really? Come on, guys. Be better. Be better, camera. Maybe I have to turn up my brightness a little bit. Am I too dark right now? Oh my gosh, yeah, that puck did hit the post. Craig Anderson needed to cover that one up, but he didn't, and he was fortunate that the Hawks are horrendous. Here are the Sabres in the corner now. They eventually get the puck back, and they get it to Middlestad, the near side boards. He throws it to the far side corner. Olofsson is there, gets it to Jost, falls to Middlestad now. In front of Jost, and his shot! Oh, he was looking short side, top corner, but the puck rang off the crossbar there. And of course, my lights were not or my clock was not working. But good opportunity there for Tyson Jost, and right off the crossbar there. Really close to making it 4-1 Buffalo. God, this close. He was this close. All right, offensive zone faceoff won there by Chicago. They get it through center ice, but the pass was not intended to go all the way through. It did, but the ref waves off the icing there, and now the other ref waves off that icing there against the Sabres. So Jack Johnson has to play from behind his own net. Rings it around the boards. Lafferty, nice through pass to Dickinson. Dickinson drops back for Lafferty, sends it towards the net. Couldn't get tipped home by Athanasiou, and here comes Buffalo now the other way. Peterka, out to Olofsson. He throws it in, gets a line change. Chicago gets it back, and they curl around with some speed. Caleb Jones through to Dickinson. Dickinson out wide to Athanasiou. He can't get any traction there. The Sabres a little bit sloppy in their own zone there. Able to flip it out wide and get it to Cousins. Here comes Cousins with a little bit of speed. Cousins out wide for Quinn. The shot went just wide. It falls to the point for Labushkin. Labushkin to Peterka. Down low for Cousins. Out wide near side corner for Quinn. Quinn. He gets easily knocked off the puck there. A little too easy in my opinion. But the Sabres do get some good work. Try to get back. But again, Quinn loses it. And here comes Quinn. Low-key Jack Quinn has been not that great. He's a little too, he's young, I get it, and he's not strong yet. For NHL standards, so strong. Here's Owen Power. Easily shoulders off the Chicago forward there. Gets it around. Cousins at the near side dot. Can't get it out. Now Chicago will do that themselves. They'll get it out in their own volition there. So, 22 seconds left. Here comes Chicago, trying to make something happen before the end of the period. They'll get it to the back post! Oh! But Craig Anderson got a had in on there. Otherwise, that would have been 3-2. Here's Owen Power now. Behind the net. 5 seconds to go. Gets it to Tuck. Tuck gets to Okposo. He banks it off the boards. And that is going to do it here for the second period. So another good period there for Buffalo. They were able to get another shorthanded goal, courtesy of Peyton Krebs, his 4th of the season. But you like to see Sabres put up a couple more goals here before the end of this game. Just get a couple guys who don't really score that often. Get them on the sheet here. It's not a blowout by any means. Hopefully it won't become a competitive game. That's what I'm hoping for. That's what I need. But let's get Cal in here for this second intermission. It was an interesting period, a little bit more low-key. And intermission on MSG, you can see Marty Braun and Brian Duff there, a little unaware that they were being filmed at the time. But that was a good period by Buffalo. Not the best. It was... they need to. I'd like to see a little more energy from them, but I guess you can afford to do this against a bad team like Chicago. Totally expect them to get the win here, to hold on for the victory. I'd hope so. I really do. Come on. But Chicago, they're so sloppy with their passes. I mean, it's rough. It's really rough looking at it. It's not great for them. Oh, look at that. A little blue down there. I should probably change that to something, make that something fun. But, folks, if you haven't already, hit the like button and a subscribe. We're trying to get to 1,490 subscribers here. That would be nice if you could help in that process. Get us back to 1,490 here. Gotta keep going. Keep on working. Keep on pushing. Just waiting. I wonder I'm waiting. Maybe Cal will be on this intermission. Unsure yet. If not, then I'll do some more talking here. But I like what Buffalo's doing right now. They're doing a good job of keeping Chicago to the outside. Of course, Chicago should have scored. A real team would probably have scored. That second goal maybe there. But folks, what did you think of that second period? How do you think the Sabres are playing so far as well? I think they've been better. It's been good. It's been good. So we'll see. I don't know if Cal's gonna get on here. He's been off his phone. But got 11 people here in the chat. So let's go, folks. Who's hyped for that Bills game this weekend? I am. Oh, look at this. I mentioned it earlier, last intermission. But, wow! Bills? Bengals? What? Oh, my goodness. That could be, that's going to be a fun game. Fun game, potentially. But Cal will be on for the second intermission. He was in the bathroom. Oh, that's funny. He was in the bathroom. Kind of expected. Kind of figured it was the only thing. But, yeah, I will be live streaming probably that Bills-Bengals game this weekend. So, folks, get ready for that. It's going to be a fun stream. I'm going to be nervous probably for the entire game. Never streamed a playoff game before. Oh, Cal is in. Let me pull up the screen with him. Where is he? There he is. All right, Cal. Welcome back. Sabres got another goal. Peyton Krebs there. He's been having a really good game.
Yeah. Yes, he has. He's been one of the best Sabres on the ice so far tonight. And he gets rewarded with it. Max Domi, horrible turnover. The second the Blackhawks start their power play and Peyton Krebs capitalizes. had an earlier chance earlier in the season. Same sort of situation. Peyton Krebs missed on the breakaway. This game, he gets the goal. Good move, little forehand, backhand. Gets Peter Mrazek to dive a little bit. And that all started. The Sabres had a power play, and the Blackhawks really dominated that penalty kill. They got a few chances right off the bat. Had a breakaway. Had a 2-on-1. Craig Anderson comes up big. Then Thompson makes a nice pass to Tuck. Tuck just barely misses the short side there. And then, the Sabres, the second that power play ends, get tagged for a too many men call, which is just kind of inexcusable. But it is what it is. The Sabres get rewarded for going on the penalty kill. And yeah, 3-1 after 40. Looks like a winnable game. The Blackhawks, they're really not capitalizing on any of their chances. And Craig Anderson's looked great so far.
Yeah, but he hasn't really been tested all that much. Halfway through that second period, the Blackhawks only had 5 shots on goal. This team is bad. They really are bad. And they only got 13 shots on goal right now compared to Buffalo's 21. Even tonight, I don't think Buffalo's been that high of energy.
Yeah, not at all. You got to remember, like you said, Chicago's the worst team in the league. Anything the Sabres do tonight, take it with a grain of salt. The Sabres are doing enough to win the game, and that's all that matters at the end of the day. But like you said earlier, Ryan Miller night cannot have come at a better time this Thursday. This team needs a refresh of energy, something to get this team going again, because these last few games, they really haven't been there. I don't know if it's a combination of, a lot of comeback wins or they've used up all their emotion. Guys are getting tired. I know the schedule's getting tough here, playing almost every other day. Probably a combination of some of those, but at the end of the day, you're an NHL player getting paid big money to play 82 games, and then, the rest is rehab and, conditioning by yourself. So you got to be ready for your job to play these games for your city. We'll see. Sabres still a very young team. Obviously, there's going to be some growing pains, but from what we've seen so far, this team is a little bit ahead of schedule, and it comes down to, will management give us enough room to make that push? And is it the right call to make that push this season? It's going to be TBD, and we won't really know till after the year is over what was worth doing, what wasn't worth doing. It's all skepticism at this point, but I don't know.
Yeah, it is, and Buffalo, I didn't expect them to be. I was hoping they'd be around where they are right now, at 500, but with all the other teams being weak in the Eastern Conference, they surprisingly have an outside chance of making the playoffs. They're ahead of schedule in terms of that. They shouldn't be playoff contenders just yet, but they are. And if they go on a run here, starting tonight, they've shown a little bit better defensive techniques and systems, and they've been able to box out Chicago. But like you said, take that with a grain of salt. But outside of Krebs, who do you think has done really well here in the 2 periods?
I'm just going to say the whole Olofsson, Middlestat, and Jost line has looked phenomenal. They've been holding a lot of zone pressure, which is a good thing. If you got the puck in the other team's zone, there's no way for the other team to score. Look at it that way. Tyson Jost has just been, a great addition to this team. I think it's overlooked, a lot in the media. I mean, we got this guy off waivers for free from Colorado, and he's, that Olofsson-Middlestat pairing was absolutely atrocious. He's come in and at least made it acceptable. The last few games, that line's been one of the best on the ice, so that's good to see. Other than that, I think, Tage Thompson's looking a lot better, making a few moves. Like we mentioned in the first period, it looks like he's got his mojo back a little bit after a rough spell there the last few games. That continued in the second period, made a nice move. That's how Tuck got that opportunity on the power play too. So hopefully he continues to play well. And, maybe we'll see more than 1 goal a game as expected from, Tage Thompson, Mr.
We'd hope. And we'd also like to see this depth scoring continue, because when Krebs and when you have the third and fourth line scoring for your team, then things are going well. And, one thing I don't think has been talked about enough when looking at the Sabres team is that they don't really have many defensemen scoring goals. If you look at the goals, Dahlin's got a ton, but outside of that, Samuelson's got 1. Owen Power he hasn't scored yet.
Yep.
Samuelson, I already mentioned Samuelson, but
Labushkin has none.
Yeah,
Bryson, I don't think he has any this season.
He's got
Okay.
1. He's got 1.
Okay.
Yeah, the output from your back end has been pretty lacking.
And That's an issue too. I know we do have a lot of more defensive guys that aren't very good at defense on our defensive core. Owen Power, he's had a ton of chances though. You can't overlook that. Owen Power just can't buy a goal at this point. A lot of good chances for him. He'll learn how to, get that scoring knack as he goes on through his career. Looks like he's in a lot of good opportunities, gets himself in those opportunities, and then kind of panics last second. Can't find the open net, but that'll come with time. Other than that, yeah, the Sabres don't have a lot of, defensemen making plays, which is odd because the Sabres are a very risky team in the offensive zone. We often see the D-men pinching up, it's offense over defense at this point because we know we're more of a goal scoring team than a defensive team. That's just how Granato's coaching this season. I mean, we see Bryson and Yoki Haru join the rush so often. And then you got guys like Owen Power and Dahlin who are made to play offense too. So you would expect a little more, production from the D-men, but it is what it is at this point. You really can't complain. The power plays look good, but as of recently, I know it's still fourth or fifth in the NHL, but as of recently, it seems they've kind of run out of ideas. Teams are covering Tage Thompson's one-timer, and they're just kind of cycling the puck, and they don't really have an outlet. I've been saying this for a little bit. I think Dylan Cousins has to be replaced on that first power play just because I think he doesn't stand on the same level as everyone else. I think everyone else can cycle the puck, and with Cousins, there's just a little bit of hesitation. He's often the one with the wide open shot. He's just not able to get it done. You could bump him down to that second power play. I think he would be a lead on that second power play. Just get another guy, probably not in your system right now. This might be a thing for next year. Not our biggest need, but you get another guy around the same level as like a Skinner on that first power play. That power play is unstoppable.
I would be interested to see if Granato finally gives Peyton Krebs some power play time because he hasn't really gotten anything. And a big chunk of his point production last season was on the power play. 10 of his 22 points came there. And this season it's been a little rough for a 5-on-5, but you've buried him on the depth chart, and he's now playing well. And I think he should be rewarded with some man advantage time with the top unit. Just try it out. See how it goes. I think him for Cousins would be a like-for-like swap.
Yeah, that's a good idea. The only thing with Peyton Krebs I've noticed this season that differentiates from last season is his passing. Recently it has been better, but earlier in the season, Peyton Krebs' passing was just kind of careless. He was chucking the puck across the ice, just not even looking. Whereas last season it seemed that was his best attribute. Mm-hmm. So I think that's why we haven't really seen him on the power play. I think Granato noticed that his passing was kind of messy. But recently, it's been great. He's been getting the puck down low, giving Okposo and Girgensons wide open looks in front of the net. So, maybe something's changed. Maybe he's back to the old Peyton Krebs. Good to see him get a goal shorthanded. Maybe we'll start to see some power play goals as the season goes on.
Yeah, absolutely. And I also like to mention Kyle Okposo because for all the hate he's been getting, the captain has been good. He's been very solid leading that bottom six. And I don't think he gets enough praise for that.
Yeah, absolutely. As I like to call him, Kyle Okposo. No, but he's been great this season. Production wise, definitely taking a step back from his last year and the year before, where he looked like one of the best offensive players on the team, which was not expected at all. The leadership he brings, though, is overlooked by so many people. He is the captain of this team, but it goes so much more than just that letter on his jersey. He's in the locker room every day, hyping these guys up. A great almost father figure to this very, very young team. So, his presence just on the team alone is good enough. And, if his production, increases just a little bit, I think he's definitely due for, another contract. I don't know. What do you think about Kyle Okposo? Do we sign him again? Do we not? It's a very controversial subject because I know we got a lot of young guys who want to get in the roster, in the lineup each night. But Kyle Okposo is the captain right now, and he is so loved within the organization.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't be surprised if he made a move like Brian Giunta and stays within the system organization. Maybe he becomes a youth development coach or even on the Sabres coaching staff. I wouldn't be surprised at all to see him turning to that sort of role. But I also wouldn't be surprised if the Sabres brought him back on a very cheap one-year deal next season just to keep ushering in this new age Buffalo. I don't know how popular that would be with the fan base, but I would be down with it.
Yeah, I have a signed stick of Kyle Okposo, so if he wants to get that value up, that thing's going to go up. So it's the only reason I care now. But speaking of Brian Giunta, I believe he just got a deal with, what was it, Niagara College or something, their hockey team, which It's very strange to me. You'd think that guy would be some form of the NHL or the national level, but going collegiate, very interesting move for Brian Giunta. But other than that, yeah, I think this game is within reach. The Sabres just got to play kind of defensive, but don't take your foot off the gas at the same time. We don't want to see what we've seen so many times this season where the Sabres have a lead and all of a sudden 2 minutes later it's a tie game.
Yeah.
You got to keep the foot on the gas. The Chicago Blackhawks team is nothing special at all. They got, two notable names on their whole team in Taze and Kane. I know Seth Jones not having a great year, and then our old friend Jake McCabe, but you just got to keep your foot on the gas this period and don't give Chicago even a chance.
Yeah, and Chicago, they're so bad. They look like that 2014-15 Buffalo Sabres, except worse. They look worse because at least then we had Jonas Enroth and Michael Neuwirth making decent saves. Here, Peter Mrazek just looks lost. Like, on that Peyton Krebs goal, he totally bought the forehand shot. He did not see that backhand coming in. If you watch the tape, Krebs always goes to the backhand on breakaways. That's why he got saved like last week. Whatever his name was, for the Flyers. He tried that move and he got stoned. He got robbed by whatever that goal, Frisson, I can't remember.
Yeah, some third-string goalie we got blown out by
it. There's always that one game per year where we have the rookie get his first victory against Buffalo. It always happens. Never.
The Buffalo special. Yeah.
Old habits die hard in Buffalo, I guess. But it's just like Krebs, a real goalie, I think they'd make that stop because it wasn't anything special. It wasn't that sick of a move. But it's good to see him get back and going. And, of course, on the Instagram, the Krebs rave again. There we go. The Krabs, Peyton Krebs. Love to see that. But Buffalo, you're right. They got to keep their foot on the gas and keep on going here.
Yeah, final thoughts. I'm just going to say Craig Anderson having a great game. I know he hasn't been tested too much, but when he has been, he's been looking very solid. The goal he gave up was pretty weak, but also a defensive malfunction at the same time. Other than that, I mean, if he can escape tonight with only giving up 1 or 2 goals, another big win for Craig Anderson. And, he's doing exactly what we need him to do for this team. Just need the rest of the team and the defense to step up for the remainder of the season.
Yeah, absolutely. And he can be a capable backup as long as we don't see Eric Comrie. I swear, if they start Comrie on Thursday, I am going to have a fit. I will not be happy. We only need Upi. Give us Upi that night. Give us a real goalie so the fan base can shout Luukkonen.
Yeah, I think Miller's going to come out in full gear. It's going to be the announcement.
He's going to come out and give up less goals than any of our 3 goalies right now.
He probably could too. I mean, that's the sad thing of it. But yeah, we've seen Anderson look really good against bad teams, and even against good teams, he's looked good. But he's not at the level he once was in his career, and physically, he can't play every day. I mean, we knew that coming into the year. So it's a tricky situation where the goaltender with the best stats on paper is unable to be your starting goaltender.
Yeah, absolutely. And thinking about that, I may make a video as to all of the goalies the Sabres have suited up after post Ryan Miller, because we still haven't seen that true number 1 guy.
Yeah.
But that's going to do it here for the second intermission. Cal, I'll see you for post game. That's going to do it here. Thank you. Once again, folks, go follow the Instagram. We're so close. 4,000 is within reach there. Another huge milestone about to be hit over there on the Instagram. We're also looking at 1,500 here. So, I'll see you post game. But let's go. All right, see you then. But let's go, folks. Third period is now underway here. Oops, I forgot to get my clock going here. So, Sabres get things going. They send it in deep into the Blackhawks zone now. Tyler Johnson on the near side boards plays a cross-ice pass to Patrick Kane. Kane to Caleb Jones. He couldn't get the pass back, though. Good read there by Owen Power. He steals it again. Henry Jokiharju in the corner in his own zone, trying to get away with it, but he cannot. Jason Dickinson with it. Gets it to the point, but the pass is intercepted by Poso. He tries to go in on a breakaway. But the puck rolled off his stick. He just says, screw it, I'm going to throw it deep behind the Blackhawks net, and that's what he does, and he goes and gets changed. So let's see if Chicago can get a response here in the third period. Down by 2 goals. Buffalo trying to keep their foot on the gas here. They need these 2 points badly. They cannot afford to drop points tonight in terms of the playoff race. They probably need 12 points before the All-Star break in 2 weeks. But they're just taking a look at Max Domi. Domi in 41 games, he's got 30 points, which tells you how bad things have been for this Blackhawks team. 41 penalty minutes as well. We haven't seen him take a penalty here tonight, but the refs seem very anti-handing out any penalties because each team has only had 1 opportunity each. So, defensive zone face-off won there by Buffalo. They're going to send a high floater towards the middle of the ice. Middlestat couldn't get there. Jost overskates the puck over by the boards. And we come back now. Kurashev into the Sabres zone. Leaves it there for Taylor Radish. Radish to the outside behind the net. Gives it to Dahlin. Dahlin trying to get away from him, but he was kind of getting a stick under his feet there. Chicago, oh my gosh. Right when I say that, you can't let them back in. It somehow gets tipped past Craig Anderson and in. Kurashev in front of the net. Dahlin getting involved there, but it doesn't matter because Chicago has scored early in this third period. Exactly the thing Buffalo didn't want to do. Kurashev with the tip in front. Probably one. Let's see here. Craig Anderson. Got to do better there, man. Come on. Reflex is just not there. Old age. Again, the bouncer. Seen in super slow-mo there. That's one that Craig Anderson is going to want to have back. But Chicago, they get back into this game, and they're looking back at a potential penalty on Dahlin. It wasn't called. It leads to a tip in front there. The shot from the point from Seth Jones, tipped in front by Kurashev. And after all of that, Dahlin is going to take a roughing penalty. Okposo was over there to complain about it, but the Sabres are also going to go to the penalty kill. So Chicago with a prime opportunity here to get things tied up. Absolutely horrendous start to this period for Buffalo. Dahlin shakes his head in the box. The refs haven't called anything all period long. But that's a goal that, Craig Anderson, you need to stop that, man. Come on. That's pathetic. So, is there not a penalty on Buffalo? Penalty kill here coming up? I thought there was. I guess not. Looks like there's 5 players out there. I saw Dahlin in the box. Yeah, there's 5-on-5. Dahlin is in the box for roughing. They didn't show any Chicago guys in there, but here's Lyubushkin behind the net. Leaves it there for Bryson. Bryson working his way past the blue line and into the Chicago zone. There's McCabe. Seth Jones, he has the puck roll off his stick. Skinner rolls it behind the net, looking for Tuck. Couldn't find him. Chicago sends it up the boards. Lyubushkin with a nice kick in, but they can't keep it there. And here comes Chicago. Lafferty into the zone. Lafferty loses it. Owen Power has it. Owen Power across ice. Yeah, Moose's prediction of 5-2. Maybe it still happens. You never know. It's still on pace. But the Sabres got some work to do before then. Here's Buffalo in front of the net. Cousins trying to get something. Peterka there too. Quinn has it besides the net. Quinn still has it. Sends it to the point. Owen Power holds onto it. Back post. Peterka with the shot looking for the redirection in front. Cousins could not do it. Here's Quinn again. Sends it back for Quinn. Quinn to Jokiharju, sends it to the side of the net. Cousins couldn't get a good stick on it. He has it now behind the net as well. Cousins trying to work his way out in front. Cannot. Chicago can't clear though. Jokiharju trying to cut outside with some speed. Just sends it up top for Power. Power now with the puck. Inside for Jokiharju. Winds up with a slapper. But it is read all the way by Mrazek and stopped. So 16:39 to go. We go to a commercial. Or MSG is going to go to a commercial break. Or not. They're going to look at what Dahlin did to earn himself a penalty there. And he didn't do much. Maybe he said a few too many words to the referee there. But I'm not sure. They still haven't said what happened to Dahlin. I'm wondering. It must have been a 5-minute misconduct. unnecessary roughness. He had to say one too many words to the referee there because he did nothing. You couldn't have called him for roughing. And it's still 5-on-5, so just really confusing there. But here comes Buffalo. Oh, come on. Okposo's getting hooked there. Really? No call? Really? Pathetic. Here's Girgensons. Keeps things alive. Around the boards, back to the point. He gets it back again in the corner. Gets it to Okposo. Okposo gets hauled down. Another no call. Girgensons, he gets taken down. They still find Krebs, though. Krebs up top. Bryson's shot deflected just wide. It almost reached that inside post there, but it couldn't get there. Sabres somehow keep it in as well. It's staying in, but now it finally goes out of the zone. I'm going to have to check Twitter to see what happened there, but Dahlin is still in the box, and here comes Middlestat. Cutting to the front of the net, but he had it checked away at the last second. Yeah, it looks like Dahlin said one too many words, and unfortunately, he got called by the refs. Still, Here's Seth Jones in front. Still, uh-ohs. Good opportunity there. Craig Anderson with a couple of stops. Here's McCabe. McCabe on the boards. Gets it out in front. Seth Jones out wide. No shot yet from Kurashev. Gets it back to Jones. The shot goes just wide. Craig Anderson doesn't know where it is. Connor Murphy leaking down from the point. Gets it around. Jones keeps it in for Chicago. They're putting on the pressure here. Kurashev to the faceoff dot. Kurashev leaves it there for Jones. He cuts out wide. Sends it down low for Radish. Radish to McCabe. Back down low for Radish. Sends it around to Taves in the corner. Taves holds onto the puck. Floats it up top for Jones. Another shot deflects off a Sabres skate and out of play. That was Jost with the block. Dahlin with a 10-minute misconduct? Oh my God. What did he say? Oh my goodness. Dahlin got a 10-minute misconduct. But just looking at that last opportunity, Middlestat was very close to making it 4-2 there. And here we go. Sabres win the defensive zone faceoff. Tuck trying to feed it through. He cannot. He turns it over instead. Here comes Jones. He's been feeling himself. But Thompson comes away with it. Makes a nice move. Skinner out wide. Trying to find Tuck at the back post, but the puck just trickled out of his reach. Chicago clears. Here's Bryson. Bryson now to Thompson. Thompson sends it up to Tuck. Tuck looks back corner, trying to look for Quinn. Quinn gets cross-checked there. He sends it down low anyways, but there will be a call coming up here against Chicago. Sam Lafferty to the box for cross-checking. So Buffalo's going to get a power play here. That's another weak call there by the refs. Actually, it's not. Is it Sam Lafferty? No, it's going to be Connor Murphy. Connor Murphy to the box for a cross-check. What? I'm a Sabres fan, and I don't get that call. You see that cross-check all the time in games. The refs are starting to get ticky-tacky here. But it doesn't matter. It benefits Buffalo. They're going to get the 2-minute power play here. Let's see if they can extend the lead. Second power play unit out here for Buffalo. Middlestat leaning into this faceoff. He loses it, but Quinn has a chance to get at it. Of course he doesn't. He always skates over the puck. He just gets a little too excited there. And Chicago clears. Here's Jack Quinn in his own zone. Quinn on his knees. Sends a pass to the near side for Jost. Jost for Owen Power. The Sabres are going to try to start things up here. Power out wide for Olofsson. Olofsson enters the Hawks zone. Sends a blind backhand down low for Middlestat. Middlestat around to Power. Power in the near side or far side faceoff circle. Finds Middlestat. Middlestat works it up top for Olofsson. Power gets his spot back at the point. Power is there. Gives it to Middlestat. Down low, the quick shot from Quinn. Saved there by Mrazek. The puck jumps over the stick of Middlestat, and the Sabres can't keep it in the zone. Now they're going to have to do it again. Olofsson. Bank pass inside for Middlestat. Cuts to the front of the net. Looking for Jack Quinn, but it was behind him. And here comes Chicago. Maybe they had a shorthanded break there for a second, but the Sabres did a good job to close things off. And now they look a little too lackadaisical behind their own net. 40 seconds left now on this power play. The first unit out there again for Buffalo. Tuch, though, turns it over to Lafferty. Lafferty's pass banks off a stick, and Chicago, they're just dominating here. Sabres' power play just looks atrocious at the moment. Here's Tuch now, picking off a turnover. Oh, and he turns it over. What is he doing? Take some speed into the zone. Come on. 17 seconds left in this power play, and the Sabres are getting owned by one of the worst penalty kills in the NHL. This is absolutely frustrating here. But here we go. Skinner now moving through the middle of the ice. Skinner trying to work his way around 3 guys now. He can't. The power play is over, and Blackhawks send a breakaway pass. Connor Murphy, he's looking for some help. Drops it back post. Oh, and Kurashev could not finish it. He leaves it there for Domi. Domi back up top for Caleb Jones, but he has it taken away by Skinner, and back the other way is Thompson. Thompson, oh, with a good shot, but Mrazek makes a good save. He looked a little surprised that Thompson was taking that shot in the first place. The puck falls in the corner there. Sabres have it again, but they quickly lose it, and Domi circles around in his own zone and gives it to his teammate. 11 people in the chat. Let's go. 11 minutes as well left in this third period. Sabres with a 1-goal lead. It's 3-2. And they're looking to add to it here. Okposo into the Hawks zone. Okposo drops it down low for Krebs. He takes a check as he goes to the boards. Okposo again with him. Down low for Gergensons. Gergensons trying to make something happen. Generate some space. He will. Gergensons out of the corner now. Backhands it back in there. Okposo touches it along for Krebs. Krebs back to Okposo. Oh, they can't get out of the corner. Caleb Jones picks up the puck for Chicago, but he can't get it out. Sabres, Owen Power, backhander, got the shot off, but it was blocked, and Chicago trying to come back the other way, but the Sabres do a good job picking the pass off, and Owen Power now with some speed. Power trying to work through 4 guys. He was shoved off to the outside. He sends a weak pass through, but he has it now. Again, off the turnover by Chicago. I've said that numerous times tonight. Here's a quick shot. Tipped towards goal by Olofsson, but Mrazek has a glove to respond. And with that, the Sabres and Blackhawks game is going to a commercial break. So it's still 3-2. But the Sabres have been controlling the puck for the last couple of minutes. But Buffalo needs to do better with their power play opportunities. Still, really perplexed as to why the refs gave Dahlin a 10-minute misconduct there. I don't know what he said, but it's just dumb. Really dumb there. Refs are horrendous here. But Buffalo, they still have a 1-goal lead. They lead the shots 26-16. Let me update it out, put it up on the scoreboard in a second on the scorebug. But folks, if you are new, hit the like button and a subscribe. We're at 1488 right now. We're a smaller channel, so if you can contribute to that progress, the growth, we appreciate every subscriber here. We gained another one. Love that. 1489 now. We're 1 away to 1490. Let's get back there. Reminder that I will be streaming tomorrow night, or 2 nights from now. Ryan Miller game. Sabres against the Islanders. It's going to be huge. As long as the Sabres hold on here against the Hawks, then that game will be big for Buffalo against the Islanders. Another playoff contender, another wild card team trying to make things happen. But the Sabres gotta keep things going here. They have to hold on and win, I swear. If they don't win, I'm going to be so pissed. But Buffalo needs to control things better on the man advantage, but they're back to 5-on-5. 13 people in the chat, guys. Let's go. Come on, get hype, folks. Unfortunately, the Sabres could not feel our hypeness, and because they let the Hawks win that faceoff, go into their own zone. Anderson tries to clear it around the boards. He cannot. Sabres pick up the puck. Cousins, he's doing a little too much. Blackhawks trying to get it in front. Cousins, what are you doing? He's been playing around with the puck too much as of late. He's thinking too much. Hawks sent it through the crease. It went just wide. Craig Anderson looks stunned. There's another shot blocked there. Cousins couldn't handle it. Picked up there by Phillips. Phillips around the boards. Gets it back again in the slot. Jones with a shot. The puck trickles in front, but not in. Jack Quinn is there. They cannot get this line off the ice right now. Chicago with some huge pressure at the moment. They get into the slot. Oh, and it bounces just wide of the net. Cousins finally picks it up, and he goes to the outside with some speed, and he's got a lane. Peterka now. Peterka drops it down low for Quinn. Here's Quinn doing a little too much. He sends it back to the point for Jokiharju. Giving it to Owen Power. Power around the outside. Sends it in front. Oh, I kind of did a mouth fart there. Power this close to getting his first goal of the season. That was offsides. Offsides. Ref was like, I'm sorry, you didn't touch it. That was on me. Oh, but another commercial break? Oh my gosh. What are they doing here? People on Twitter saying the Sabres road jerseys hurt their eyes. Yeah. But folks, keep subscribing. Let's go. We're one away from 1490. One away. Who's going to be that final person there? But the Sabres still got a 3-2 lead. 9:04 to go here. Yeah, too close to comfort right now. Too close. Come on, Buffalo. Hold on. Gotta hold on. Craig Anderson only faced 16 shots on goal. That's yucky. But Buffalo, they got to do a little more. They haven't gotten enough shots. So far in this third period, they only have 5 shots. They're letting Chicago back in. I don't like it because they smell blood. Chicago smells blood. That's not a good thing. You don't want to let this bum team win. Because right now, they are really trying to lose. They're only 3 points back of the Anaheim Ducks, who also suck. They suck with a capital suck. They really are bad. But come on, Buffalo. They're in a commercial break right now. This game, it feels like there's been plenty more commercial breaks. It's kind of annoying. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Still commercials. Oh my gosh. But Buffalo, can we please do something? All right, we're back from a commercial break here. RJ, what's up? Hello. Need to break this 3. Well, we are in a 1-game losing streak, but I'd like to see Buffalo get back to their winning ways here. This month, they've been really hitting the fatigue button. We'd like to see a little more. So Craig Anderson, 15 saves on 17 shots tonight. He hasn't faced too much, but he's let in a goal that he probably shouldn't have. And here's Kurashev going through the slot, trying to cut through a bunch of Sabres defenders. He almost did. But Buffalo able to take it back, and here comes Talk. Oh, that hit off the crossbar there. He had to move to the outside, and that rang right off the pipe. But Chicago comes out of it unscathed. Let's see if they can capitalize on their new life. Talk with another shot there from the outside. It was well out. Easy shot for Peter Mrazek to save. We got 8.5 minutes now to go here in this third and hopefully final period here. Come on, Buffalo. We need another regulation victory. Because once it gets close in this wild card race, you're going to need everything you got. But yeah, that rang off. Oh, that was inches for Tuck from going in. He's got a smile on the bench. He's like, man, it's just not going in for me right now. He had a goal. He had the lone goal yesterday against the Florida Panthers. Whoa. Max Domi with a slash there in the face-off dot on Krebs. He gets ushered out. Tyler Johnson leans into it. Krebs, he's waved out. The linesman doesn't want to drop the puck. He warns each centerman. Finally, the Sabres win it back. Okposo, he just blindly throws it behind the net. Krebs is there. Krebs gets it back to Okposo right on the face-off dot. Krebs in the slot for Girgensons, but he didn't get all he wanted on that. And it fell harmlessly into the arm there of Mrazek. Buffalo still looking for that 4th goal here. The 4th line has been good tonight. I don't know if they'll be able to get it, though. Just looking at Patrick Kane, he's got 1,200 games not under his notch. Almost 1,200. He's at 1145 right now, and he's got another one here tonight. Here comes McCabe for Chicago. McCabe around Krebs. He gets it by, and the Sabres have a little bit of speed going into the Hawks zone, but the Hawks get numbers back. Okposo to the outside. Behind the net he goes. Checked off the puck there momentarily by Seth Jones. Okposo, he got tripped up in the corner there by McCabe. Chicago gets it back, and they'll get out of their own zone. Up through the center ice there. Seth Jones made a move. Oh, come on, man. Got to get that out. Dahlin finally gets out of his eternal prison there in the penalty box. I'm sure he's not going to say too much anymore to the referees. Here's Phillips. Phillips got by one Sabres player into the zone. Labushkin sends it across to Bryson now, and Bryson skates things out from the Sabres' end. But Chicago gets it right back again. Sabres are playing sloppy and without any energy right now. Come on, guys. You got 7 minutes, a little over 7 minutes to go here. They got a 1-goal lead, and Chicago just threw it out of their own zone. I had no idea because they were the last ones to touch it. Mrazek leaves that puck there for Phillips. Phillips skates out from behind his own net. He looks up ice. He's got a man in Taves. Taves through the slot. Loses it, though, and the Sabres get it back again, and they're going to come back now. Cousins to Peterka. He couldn't get any speed. Couldn't get around Connor Murphy. Nice defensive effort there by Murphy, and he starts things off for the Blackhawks. McCabe, he's getting a ton of minutes here. Up top for Taves, he bumps into a teammate at the blue line. Sabres eventually get it back, and they tip it back to Jokiharju, who's in his own zone. Jokiharju drops it back for, who is that? I can't tell. Krebs? No, that's Thompson. Thompson up for Tuck. Tuck to the outside. He gets checked hard and into the corner to the outside as well. And Dickinson takes the puck off his stick and goes back the other way. But Tage Thompson with a good break up there, and he sends things back. Thompson with Skinner. Thompson with a shot. That was saved by Mrazek. Tuck was there too, but he couldn't get to the rebound. Here's Thompson now. Slides it across for Tuck. Just onside. Tuck to Thompson in the slot. Couldn't get a clean puck to sit for him. Tuck, he just blindly threw that one towards the net. Chicago eventually gets it back, and they go through center now. Here's Athanasiou with the shot blocked there. They get it to the back post. There's a shot. Rings off the post. Still loose over there. Craig Anderson didn't know where it was, but it doesn't go. Chicago keeps it in. McCabe around to the point for Lafferty. Lafferty to Athanasiou. Up top for Seth Jones. He takes the shot. Rebound sits in front. Good save there by Anderson. The Sabres got to get this puck out, and they will. But it's going to go down the ice. Not far enough for an icing, though. But Chicago, they're pushing right now. Little under 5 minutes to go now in this third period. Sabres 3, Chicago 2. But Chicago is pushing. They got the momentum right now. Sabres need to do something here to stop it. And maybe this happens. Here's Middlestat to the back post. Olofsson had the pass just jump over his stick there. Jost at the point. Gets to the Middlestat. His tip was put on net, and immediately Kane the other way with a shot. That went well wide of the goalie. Here's Chicago now in the zone. 4.5 minutes to go here. Up top, there's a good shot from Phillips. Blockered away there by Anderson. Kurashev to Phillips again. Another save by Anderson. Sabres are tired. They can't get out. Maybe they will now. Jokiharju, though, gets pushed off the puck. Chicago determined to get the equalizer right now. Jost with it. Behind the net. Gets it across to Jokiharju. He banks it off the boards, but not out. Chicago keeps it in there, but now they won't. Olofsson does just enough to get that puck out of the zone. But Chicago with Phillips. Isaac Phillips to the backside for Taves. He goes into the Sabres zone. Gets it around to Kurashev. Kurashev into the corner for Taves. Taves spins around behind the net to Radish. Radish to Taves. Taves to the point. McCabe across. The pass is tipped, and the Sabres can go the other way. But Mrazek is out of the zone. But the Sabres throw it to the net, and it's saved by Seth Jones. Oh, wow. Saved by Jones, but the Sabres come back in the zone. Samuelsson, a lane to the net, and it rang off the post. I thought it was in. It rang off the post. Chances at both ends right now. Exciting game here, folks. Quinn throws it into the slot. Not there for Peterka, but Quinn gets the puck back again. Throws around to the back post. Cousins is there. He's going to have to go to the outside. Leaves it there in the corner. And they get it in front, but Quinn didn't have a lane to the net. Quinn still with the puck. Throws it to the point. Kept in the zone by Dahlin. Dahlin to Quinn. Quinn holds up. Throws it behind the net. And goes to the corner for Samuelsson. Samuelsson is there. He sends it down low for Cousins. Come on. 2.5 minutes to go now. The Sabres finally lose the puck. McCabe sits it with it behind his own net. He's going to wait for some line changes. He finally gets him, and here comes Kane for Chicago. Kane dropping it back for Domi. He got the quick shot. Rebound picked up there by Tage Thompson, and Tage Thompson gives it out wide for Tuch. Tuch in the zone. He finds Thompson to the front of the net. Nice save there by Mrazek, and he will cover up the rebound. 2:07 to go here. Final commercial break for MSG. But wow, the Sabres got close there, didn't they? Right off the post for Matthias Samuelsson. Not really known for his goal-scoring touch now, is he? But Buffalo getting close there. Really close. Woo! But Buffalo, come on, guys, you're close. You're getting closer. Danny Ramos, no goal yet for Chicago. Hopefully not. I'm assuming you're a Blackhawks fan, but nothing yet. The Sabres have hit like 5 posts tonight. We need one more goal. One more goal. They're getting close. I can feel it. They need these 2 points as well. They need it because they could move to within 4 points of a playoff spot. They need to do this. This is a must-win game for Buffalo. I said it yesterday. I thought that was a must-win game, and it could have been because the Sabres would have been only 2 points out of a playoff spot. But they didn't win last night, and they just made life a whole lot more difficult here tonight. Chicago, they've been playing tough here. And Chicago, they've been playing it tough the last couple of games. They lost to the Kraken 8-5, beat Colorado 3-2, beat Calgary 4-3. They beat the Coyotes 2-0. So they have been playing well as of late. But Anderson, he almost gave up a bad goal there. Samuelsson, his shot hit the post. I thought that was in. That looked to be in. It went right by Mrazek. He was beaten clean on that one. And then Thompson cutting to the front of the net. It was a strong pad there by Mrazek to keep this game at 3-2. But we got 2:07 to go here. Face-off coming up in the Chicago zone. Tage Thompson leaning into it with Jonathan Toews. Toews is 8 for 9 on face-offs tonight. He's 9 for 10 now. Chicago wins it, and here comes Mrazek. He's gesturing over to the bench. He's waiting to go. He's waiting for the signal. But the Hawks can't get it out of their own zone. They are forced behind their own net. Here's Seth Jones with the puck. Seth Jones slides it across to Kane. Up for Jones at the blue line. Jones, he loses it though. Here's Tuch. Tuch trying to center that one, but he can't. Chicago finally gets it now. Kane at center ice, and he cuts into the Sabres zone. Throws it into the corner. Mrazek has left the net. Empty net here for Chicago in the final minute and a half. Let's see what Chicago and Buffalo can do. Chicago to the point. Kurashev across to Tyler Johnson. To Kane. In the corner now. Stick handles. Gets it up to Domi. Domi to Kane. Back to Domi. Back corner. Looking for Johnson. It bounced over a stick. Chicago keeps it in. Jones slides it inside for Kurashev. Kurashev down low for Johnson. Back to Kurashev. He stick handles with the puck. Plays it behind the net. Kurashev banks it off the boards. No shot yet. Jones has it. Walks to the middle. Takes the shot and they score. They score And Craig Anderson looks to the refs for goaltender interference, but for now, it's a game-tying goal for Seth Jones. Buffalo has choked. Ridiculous. Come on. Seth Jones, with his second point of the game, ties this game up here at 3 apiece. Actually got tipped in front by Tyler Johnson. Craig Anderson is calling for a high stick, actually. I don't see it. That goal is going to count. It looks like it's going to count there. Let's see what he does here. Maybe Tyler Johnson. I don't think that's goaltender interference. 20 people in the chat. It looks like this goal is going to stand. Buffalo has choked. Chicago has scored. Actually, no. The refs are over at the penalty box. They're on the headsets. It looks like they may look at this. Oh, but with 54 seconds to go, refs are looking at this one. For now, it's a good goal, but the refs are being called over to the penalty box. Let's see if this goal will stand. They're on the headset, and the iPad is coming out. They're going to review this. There is a review from Toronto. Maybe they saw something I didn't there, but we got 20 people in the chat. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hope this goal doesn't count here for Chicago. 54 seconds left in this game. The refs are looking at this one right now. They're over by the headset here. If this goal counts, then Buffalo, come on, guys. But Chicago, if this goal counts and we go to overtime, Chicago has been good in overtime. Buffalo doesn't want to play them. They've rattled off a couple of good victories here. But the refs still have the iPad out right now. Tyler, I'm not sure yet what they're reviewing here. Maybe it's an offside. Maybe it's a high stick. Goaltender interference. I don't know. But here comes the ref with the call. There is a goal. The goal will count. The Situation Room told them to look at it. Craig Anderson is frustrated, but the Sabres did not do a good job of clearing the front of the net. The goal will count, and we got a tied game. There is a tied game here in Chicago. 3-3. The Sabres had a 3-1 lead going into this game, and they've choked. They have choked against the worst team in hockey. That is unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable. And they've been the better team this period. The Sabres, they let their foot off the gas again in the third period. You cannot do that. And that makes it 38-3 games out of 40 now, where they've given 3 or more goals. Just absolutely horrendous here. But Buffalo has it now. Okposo, the puck goes out of his reach. Blackhawks keep it in. Jack Johnson throws it behind the net for Dickinson. Dickinson trying to give it to Lafferty. It's in the corner now. Jokiharju picks up the puck. Sabres are finally going to get this puck out with 20 seconds to go here. Owen Power sends it into the Hawks zone. Around the boards. Mrazek to Okposo. Okposo can't get it towards the net, though, and we got less than 10 seconds here. Power, he's going to hold on to this puck, gives it to his defensive partner, and we are going to overtime. Somehow, the Sabres have let the Blackhawks back into this game, and we are going to overtime. You gotta be kidding me here. This is ridiculous. You cannot be doing this sort of stuff. If you really, oh my God. Not good for Buffalo. Chicago has been strong in overtime over the last couple of weeks here. They forced a couple games and they've stolen a few. But we are going to overtime. Some 3-on-3 hockey, folks, so stick around. This is unacceptable. It's ridiculous. I cannot believe we're going to overtime. They are playing with high anxiety at the moment. But the last game we played, this game also went to overtime. Olofsson won it there after the Sabres came back. This is the second overtime meeting of the two for this season. Let's see if this one ends like the last one with the Sabres overtime victory here. But they let Chicago back into this one. 2 goals in front of the net where the Hawks had a clean tip and no Sabres defenseman in sight. Like right here. Where's Dahlin and Samuelsson? You just can't. You can't be doing that. That's ridiculous. But here we go. It's some overtime hockey, folks. So buckle up. We got a bumpy road again. It's 11 o'clock here, Eastern Standard Time. I am tired. I don't want this to go to overtime, but here we are. Sabres are 4-2 in overtime, and we lose a regulation potential victory there. But it was just too easy for Chicago on that 6-on-5 there. Good thing for the Sabres, they've won the face-off, the opening face-off here in overtime. Let's see what they can do with the puck now. Dahlin out there with Tuck and Thompson now. Thompson doesn't go past the blue line. He's being closely guarded there by Jonathan Toews. Drops it for Dahlin. Dahlin, he thought about going to the net. Now he will go into the zone. Here comes Dahlin. Leaves it there for Tuck. Tuck gives a silly pass, and the Sabres lose it to Jake McCabe. Here comes McCabe into the Sabres zone. Bad drop pass by Chicago, and here comes Tuck. Oh, Thompson. But the Sabres still are alive. Sabres, Tuck, trying to throw it out wide for Dahlin. It was just outside of his reach, though. But the Sabres keep it in the zone. Here's Thompson. Thompson to Dahlin to the front of the net. Oh, it's a good save by Mrazek. He gets hauled down. Will there be a call? No. Instead, there's a breakaway. Domi in all alone. Good save there by Anderson. Sabres come out of the unscathed, but not yet. Domi, short angle shot. It goes up high on Anderson, and he covers up and makes the save. Ooh, Domi. He had the game on his stick there. Could have ended it. Sabres giving me a heart attack here. Make sure folks keep on subscribing. But Domi was looking to go blocker side. Henderson with a good save there. They keep the Sabres from losing this game. All right, defensive zone faceoff here. Cousins leaning into it. He's out there with Olofsson and Power. The Sabres win it. Cousins was looking for the stretch pass off the faceoff, but he didn't get it. Now he will. 1-on-1. Cousins with Seth Jones. Cuts it to the front of the net. Takes the shot that goes wide. Olofsson gets the rebound. He's going to throw it around to Owen Power now. Power drops it back for Cousins. Cousins to Olofsson. Olofsson at the center face-off logo there. Olofsson cuts to the outside in the Hawks zone. Spins around in the slot. Cuts to the front. Drops it for Cousins. Out wide for Power. Doesn't take the shot. He holds on to it. Power, he's just going to re-look at his options there. Sabres, bench miscue. They lose the puck. Chicago trying to capitalize. It doesn't appear that they will. Sabres somehow keep on to the puck here. They are controlling this overtime period at the moment. Here's Power. Slides it across. Sabres got a 2-on-1. Middlestad with Jost. Middlestad is in. Takes the shot, and it's saved by Mrazek. And Chicago with a 2-on-1 now. Johnson with Jones in front. And they score. Chicago comes back from a 3-1 deficit. Wins it in overtime. It's Seth Jones with his 3rd point. 2nd goal of the game. And the Sabres have lost. They have choked. Oops. Oh my God. They could not afford to drop this game, and they have done so. Just a bad ending to this game for Buffalo. They got sucked down low. Chicago came back, and the Sabres have lost to the worst team in the NHL. Anderson, come on. You got to make that save. You got to make that save. Chicago wins it in overtime. The Sabres pick up a point. but they will remain 5 points out of a spot, and they fall now to 21-19-3. I'm going to have Cal on. I want him to, we're going to have him for a nice little fun rant. But that was a pathetic ending to the game. The Sabres let their foot off the gas, and they paid dearly. They had 2 points in their grasp, and they choked. And their struggles continue. But just a very, very, very bad period. 2 periods there. Anderson with a very weak game as well. Just not good. Buffalo. I cannot believe they just lost to the worst team in hockey. That is pathetic. Good win for the Sabres tonight. Oh my God. Pathetic. Absolutely pathetic by Buffalo. You cannot afford to lose that game. Absolutely not. How could you lose that? Oh, I feel angry right now. We got Cal in here. Cal, thoughts?
That's something. This team just continues to show no heart through the last few games. It's inexcusable third period. Got to bash on the coaching a little bit there too. Why is your top line out there in the final 2 minutes one of the worst defensive lines on the team? I don't understand that at all. Immediately, the second they pulled a goaltender, instant pressure. You got, the same guys out there who have been out there for a minute. They get scored on. Anderson wants goaltender interference, which clearly there was none. And then overtime, you get a few chances, you keep missing the net. No one's back. Just horrible OT segment. Chicago scores right away. Just a disgusting third period and overtime for the Sabres. The good news, you got a point. Florida lost, and you don't lose any ground, but tonight was a big opportunity to gain some ground. You got a point, but not good enough against the worst team in the NHL. That should be an easy 2 points. I'd be more mad if they lost in regulation, of course, but blowing a 3-1 lead to the worst team in the NHL is just disgusting. And yeah, it just seems to be how this week is going to go for the Sabres.
Yeah, they give out a dud yesterday, Monday, and tonight. They had so many missed opportunities. How many posts did they hit? They just, I don't know what's up with this team right now, but they are struggling. They just lost to a team that they should have beaten. And I had a feeling because they weren't playing their best hockey there. And Craig Anderson had a very bad game. Why can't we get a stop? Like that play right there, Seth Jones, that should have been saved. He didn't have that middle stat pretty much put in the net as well.
Yeah, that was such a dumb play too. I mean, Dahlin has to pinch that right away. That was an easy 2-on-1. You could have canceled that completely by pinching that. He half pinched, then he stepped back, gave Domi the wide open look, and then Seth Jones ends up getting the goal, I believe. That just cannot happen, especially a guy like Dahlin. I know you're taught to stay in the middle there. That's an easy pinch, especially against Chicago. Take the puck away and dump it down the ice if you have to. It's 3-on-3 OT. All the unwritten rules go out the window. Just get the puck there. Just inexcusable against a far worst team. I'm almost speechless. It's comical. That's Buffalo Sabres hockey for you right there.
Yeah, you had a 2 points right there. 2 points, and you gave up a goal with 55 seconds. They didn't even try to clear the zone. That was pathetic. It was pathetic. And I'm sure Don Granato was angry. But Kevin Adams, this team needs a spark. Something needs to change right now because you cannot waste another year. We keep saying it. Cannot waste another year with these current guys. We thought maybe they could do something. Maybe. But with how they've been playing over the last 2 weeks now, they're squandering chance after chance after chance. This is an important stretch before the All-Star break. The Sabres are 5 points back of a playoff spot, and now this makes the Islanders game. You can't lose. Nothing. You can't get an overtime loss. No. You have to win that game. against one of the best defensive teams in the NHL. Tonight was supposed to be a night to get right, and they blew it.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough coming on a back-to-back, I know, late in the game, but still against the worst team. And it's crazy to think about this. I mean, I know we're angry that they just lost, but they're still in the mix, right? You got a huge game against the Islanders Thursday. Like you said, you have to win that game. You win that game, things are looking much brighter. So I think you just gotta, you gotta get pissed about this game if you're the Sabres. You got to look forward to Thursday, put all your anger out against the Islanders, and get that win on home ice in front of that sellout crowd. Because if you don't, all of a sudden you find yourself in a hole that we all kind of saw coming. So if you can win this game against the Islanders, all of a sudden you're back in it. This game doesn't even matter. But there's been too many of this game, quote unquote, this season. We've had too many blown leads this season. I know we've had a lot of comebacks too, but again, 3-1 against the worst team in the league, and you don't find a way to win. That's pathetic. Mm-hmm. At least you got the OT point. You're not going home empty-handed, but not good enough.
Yeah, when you're up 3-1 with a minute to go, or 3-2 with a minute to go, you should win that game. You should be winning that game. And I get that Chicago has been much improved as of late. They have 4 wins in the last 5 games against some decent teams like Colorado and Calgary, but that is unacceptable for Buffalo. You should have playoff aspirations. I'm sure these guys do, but you can't drop points like this. Finn in the chat says we need a goalie and another top defenseman. Neil says basic Pee-wee defense on the second goal and tying goal. You're right. They didn't tie up guys in front of the net. 2 tipped goals. Craig Anderson, 2 with a... I thought that second goal he should have saved. He should have saved it. You saw it all the way. I'm not sure what he's reaching for, but it's pathetic. It really is.
Yeah, and, like I said earlier, though, that third tying goal within the last minute, you got dead legs out there. That's just inexcusable from a coaching standpoint. I don't know why you're putting your first line out there again. I know, they're probably most accurate to hit the net on the empty net, but that is not the line you should be putting out there. That is perfect time for Gergensons and Okposo. We've seen them, hustle on that empty net play. We've seen Gergensons absolutely hustle down the ice, tie up that puck, and it leads to an empty net goal. No, we put the first line out there that is usually either scoring goals or tied up in their own end in a prime opportunity to foul. Then you got tired legs on defense too. Dahlin gets that absolute bogus 10-minute misconduct in the beginning of the period as well. I don't even know what to say about this one. It's just, there's no excuses for the Sabres, though. That's just, that's from coaching to each and every player. That's just inexcusable. That cannot happen. You get some bad puck luck, hit some post, but it's really, it comes down to just not playing at your full potential. And if you don't want to put the effort in, you don't deserve to win, and they didn't.
No, they didn't. It was an inexcusable loss. Must win on Thursday. Just really, really pathetic. Buffalo, the next 2 games are against the Islanders and Ducks, but given the way they've been playing right now, they shouldn't win either of those games.
Yeah.
But it's really frustrating to see this because, we saw Buffalo be good. What happened? How quickly does things turn for this team? They're a very streaky team. When they hit their highs, they're very good. But when they hit their lows, like right now, it isn't fun. This is not fun.
Yeah, not at all. I mean, this team was the most fun team in the league to watch for a majority of the season, but when they are at their lows, like that 8-game losing streak, and pretty much, right now, it is very frustrating to watch. You got a lot of young guys out there, and when they do not have momentum, they are lost. One positive note I want to bring up, I know it's a lot of negativity. Owen Power looked phenomenal that third period. He showed the glimpses that we've seen earlier in the season where he just takes over the game. That is what we want to see. Still very young, but he is the first overall pick in an NHL draft. He should have high potential. He does have high potential, and we're starting to see some of that. So that was great to see. Put all the negatives aside. Let's, try to focus on some positives here going into Thursday. Owen Power, a massive positive. Like we said, Tage Thompson maybe got a spark back. That's another positive to look forward to. And Peyton Krebs putting it all together. Hopefully that continues in the future.
I'd hope so. We'll see what goes from here, but that's going to do it for this stream. Unfortunately, Sabres drop a point in Chicago. They lose in overtime 4-3. Craig Anderson, not the greatest. Owen Power was great, though. Thank you so much for watching Buffalo Sports Center. I was Don. This is Cal. This is Buffalo Sports Center. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. Go follow the Instagram as well and join the Discord for up-to-date notifications about YouTube posts and videos, because YouTube apparently didn't send out notifications tonight. So, yay! Thank you so much, everyone, for watching, and we'll see y'all on maybe tomorrow. I'll make